exactly.
Yeah. You've got
The
two.
other ones are...
You've got two who are definitely one definitely interested. One you need a few more, convince a few others before they join in. But you're doing okay at this moment, and you're about to throw your griffin out the obstacle course.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No flying though.
Literally or figuratively?
We could probably do one or the other, but I think throwing it might be considered cheating.
I just imagine me just being fastball special. It'd be great.
So, with this one, so the obstacle course is set up through a number of tents, as well as a few other things. So there's some jumping, as well as walking like across narrow edges and that sort of thing. The the key here is speed and acrobatics. The better the both is, the better chance you have of potentially winning.
I have to rely entirely on acrobatics.
Yeah, none of us have bonuses to speed.
Yeah,
Well,
my
Unless we can enter zero autonomously, he can operate autonomously.
Before you start anything, I just want to know what is your current speed on land.
on land, whenever I'm on on all four, it is 30.
Okay. So there are 6 other contestants you are up against.
Yeah, I'm at disadvantage because of my size. My agility is going to be my saving grace, though.
Well, we're going to see how much of a saving grace it is. So you line up with a mixture of the of different competitors. It seems that the majority of the tribes here are the Fawn bards and stone marchers, but the others are do potentially have one. But your one consists mostly of those. So, for your obstacle course, you have to, but you have 2 acrobatics checks that you need to make. They're not difficult, but the better you do on each test, the more ground you will gain compared to the other competitors.
All right.
So, probably a whistle will sound and the runners will set off. Your downside is you are left a little bit in the dust in regards to the speed, as it seems that most of the runners are faster than you.
Yep.
All right. So the first one you've got is a jump, a number of hurdles that you have to jump over. So this one requires your acrobatics, your first one. If you do not make the DC, then obviously you lose time.
Wow, that was a nice 3 there.
And
All right.
here we go.
Like, there's multiple races, huh?
Yeah. No, there's all Earthbounds who were taking part because you're playing against the Earthbound, the Turf tribes.
I mean, not that kind of races. I mean, this the one that he's going on isn't the only race that's being held.
Oh no. There's multiple all over the day and everything else, so other people can take part in it if they wish to.
I still want to try to argue entering zero autonomously, you know?
Next one, you have to run along a narrow edge to see how well you do there.
That's bad.
To work out, take the basement repair, and then we Right. Okay, that makes sense. So I was trying to work out how it was deciding how you would win. So you got that much. All right. I would like cold. Roll me a 1d4.
I don't know. I want to know if that's good or bad.
I don't know.
All right. So this was to you got so far up the table, and this was to determine how well you did against the other competitors. Because I am not rolling 6 die. 6 groups of 2. So so it comes down to basically you get yourself into a certain category. The higher the category you are, the lower or higher the dice I roll. So this was determining what place you come in.
Oh,
That's fair.
Ah! You're welcome.
thank you.
Oh,
That was a frightening number. Oh no! What is that? Is that?
Wasn't sure if that was a good or a bad one.
So despite it all, and you not doing too well at the start, you were able to obviously make some good ground, and it appears the narrow edge caused issues for a few others. And your smaller stature, you were able to get past it with a fair bit of ease. And then there was obviously the final dash to the end, where even though there was a pony hot on your claws, or no paws, hot on your paws. You managed to cross the finish line first.
Everything was built for someone bigger, so
All
Yeah,
skill,
yeah.
baby. That was no luck, just skill.
You are congratulated, and a few people do say well done. There was at least one or two that would say if you were normal size, you wouldn't have done as well.
I do not control the. I do not control the rate in which I grow.
Yeah, I know.
control the speed at which lobsters die.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah,
If you work in a seafood
I didn't
restaurant,
watch that
you
show,
have
but I
some say over
stumbled
that.
across that line as a meme earlier.
Oh, yep. Oh, I did. I watched the show very recently, and well, I say very recently, as in I watched it 2 years ago on Hulu.
But yes, you definitely get some attention, and you are congratulated a number of times for managing to win this particular competition.
Guiding, you want to try once more on the rope and
Yeah.
see. Let's.
Definitely.
Oh, you guys are going to compete. You're going to compete in the tug of war again, are you?
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Actually, Lucky Break wants to try.
Oh, you wanted to do wrestling, did you?
He wants to try. He wants to try. If anything, bravery might. He kind of has to bank on bravery at this point.
Which one do you want to try?
The tug of
So
war,
either the rope or the wrestling, and I think the rope would be better since Lucky Break is at the most disadvantage possible mechanically.
All right. So if you're going for the rope, you need to pick yourself a partner.
Rod.
Mecca raises a hoof.
Oh, there you go.
So, Lucky, who will you choose?
Mecca pulls a lever and makes Zero raise a hoof in volunteering.
Don't know if that's legal.
Probably not.
I mean,
Like Becca is looking at all these competitions and she's thinking stress testing for 0. So she just wants to sign 0 up for all the competitions.
Well, there's
Well,
always
except for the
you
like
and
middle.
you and you two trying and seeing what happens.
I guess the biggest question come up is it an actual pony?
No,
Yeah,
like
then,
that. No.
yeah.
I
I
don't think.
probably not the best idea, unfortunately. If it were anything other than that, potentially, but no, unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's just you're
it's
sort of
closer
in
to, like,
teams.
a mundane horse than a pony kind.
Yeah.
I'll let whoever wants to try to join Lucky Break, because Lucky Break is not going to force anyone to. They're not going to directly force some party member to have to be
Dragged into the mud, so to speak.
basically be shackled. They don't have to.
All right. Which one of you poor sods want to help Lucky?
Wow, you're being called poor sods. How does that make you feel?
So
Oh,
yeah,
it's
gonna
about
be
right.
Becca if no
I'm
one else
not going to mince
volunteers.
words. Let's see, what's strength and
Was
dex?
that you? Did you volunteer, Mecca?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Cool. There we go. It's going to be Lucky and Mecca then versus 2 ponies. Let's see how strong these 2 are then.
If we get the same ones.
Dun dun dun.
Won't be the same ones. They've already proven their worth. But let's see who the 2 others you are. So one.
The dice are very likely not in our or the dice are very not in our favor, but hey.
The dice are hardly
You
ever
can go
in our
next
favor.
round. Yeah, that's fine.
That's their strength, and that's their con. Okay. I just need to grab a sticky
Lucky
note.
Break isn't strong in the slightest and isn't particularly
Durable.
durable. He's got a 12 constitution, so he has a bonus to his constitution, but he has a negative to strength, so
Could be
I might be
interesting.
able to. I'm kind of banking on lasting a while.
Could be very interesting.
I'm not banking on making any progress winning wise, but if I can last a little while, I might be able to pull off at least half of what the Blooded Ear tribe looks for. Ferocity isn't happening. Not from Lucky Break.
I mean, I know what you meant by ear tribe, but
Okay, so round 1 of the just before I start, what is both of your cons for bonuses?
I actually got 15. Like the bonus is 2.
2.
Con?
Okay, that's what I need to know. Is the 2? What about yours, Lucky?
My con bonus is 1.
1. Okay. So I'm just gonna put in my bonuses for these guys so I don't have to think too much. Gets that. He gets that. He gets.
Too bad I'm not a type of alchemist that knows how to make mutagens.
All
That is
right,
not something I can do.
So what will happen is once the round goes on longer, once the tug of war goes on longer than your con bonus, you start taking negatives to your strength.
Oh boy.
Lucky, you obviously will be able to last for at least 1 round before you start taking negatives. All right.
That might be longer than people expect me to do, so.
Okay, so
My
first,
goal is to last at least one round longer than people expect of me.
all right. So first round of tug of war. So it's opposing strength tests. So I need strength tests from the pair of you.
If by some miracle we win, that would be hilarious.
Mecca's coming out strong. Okay. Let's see how this goes. All right. So the first,
I'll take it. Oh my god.
all right. I just need to do a quick bit of math.
37-23.
Yeah.
And then look at what's who wins.
14 points of difference. Did the
Yeah, no.
dice thing listen to me?
Wow.
Wow, nobody expected the weak nerd squad to like actually give a mighty tug first thing out.
Oh god. Okay.
Between the two of you, this is actually quite impressive.
I can't believe the dice are listening.
Oh, you shouldn't have fucking said anything,
I
Chris.
feel like Daffodils would be onlooking this and she'd just be highly impressed.
I didn't even try to cheat, and Mecha would be like a dirty, dirty cheater during this if
Like,
she was allowed.
Those were basically raw d20s minus Lucky with a -1, but
Okay, so you haven't won outright, but you've beat them by 10 or more. So if you win by 10 or more, then you roll again, but the person who won the previous round can add 10 to their roll.
Okay, that's
Oh,
good.
so we add 10 to our next roll?
No. What will happen is you have a bonus of 10 added on at the end of your strength checks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's round 2.
ding ding.
Now, if you have a con score of a 1, you are now taking -2 to your strength.
Okay, so we basically have a total of +8 to our bonus.
You have
The
it.
bonus is added on after all the calculations, not on your roll.
Got it. You know how to added our rolls together and
Yeah,
minus
I know.
their rolls? We add +10 to that.
Alright, so okay, let's
So you add -2 to yours.
13. There we go. That's more expected.
No, that's still
So
good.
that's still good. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's more expected.
That, on the other hand,
24 in total.
Oh.
No, he already added the. Oh yeah, no, right, 14.
No, the,
Yeah,
the 10 goes to the total.
Yes.
yeah.
So it would be 26. Oh.
Mecca, you had a con score of 15.
2. Yeah,
2.
15.
That's fine.
So I don't minus anything to that. It's just the run. Just a natural one.
Okay, so first one. Well,
One with the least stamina
and key
did better.
is a straight this. Ooh.
That evens it out a bit.
That's +10 for our guys.
They got
15 to 24.
Yeah.
Oh, +9. You're right.
are we doing this?
Didn't one of them roll a 1? Oh, right. Yeah, they have negatives.
All right, so yeah, you won by 10 still, despite Mecca's roll. So it goes to round 3.
Okay. And now I add a -2 to my roll.
Yep.
I am now officially lasted 2 rounds longer than people expected to be.
This is not. This is certainly not what Daffodils expected. That's for sure.
Obviously, you got a good start, and they're trying to claw it back.
No, we'll see how this
Okay,
next level goes.
Wait, -2 to strength and -2 to the bonus.
-2 to your strength.
Okay.
So your
Lucky,
strength roll -2.
yeah. I think Lucky, you're down to -4 now.
Alright, here it goes.
Here goes nothing. What?
11.
11.
Wow, that's not bad considering you're at a -5 total on that.
-4.
Come on. I
Well,
pressed the button.
-4 from that, but it didn't roll.
It may just be slow. Sometimes the
Yeah.
D20 thing is.
There we go.
Not terrible.
23.
Wow.
You still have the +10, right?
Yeah, they still have the +10.
So
Alright.
33.
Is it -2 to the roll, or is it -2 to strength?
It's
It's-
-2 to it's -2 to your strength.
Okay, so it's only a -1 to the roll.
They take a -2.
Oh.
They just-
Already added that in to mine, so mine's just 12.
Okay.
Guys.
Oh, no,
I see that.
it is a -2 to the roll, so
Okay.
Then
Yeah, not
add
useful.
like -1 from that 12, so it's 11.
okay, that's fine.
22 in total plus
30,
the-
32.
Yeah.
32.
Okay, so
32 total.
this is third round, so he takes a -2. So he goes to
We
that.
lost against.
Ooh. And he takes another -2, so he's out
Ooh.
that roll.
Oh.
I don't believe
think
it.
our-
I do not believe it. Holy.
I do not
So-
believe it either.
You won
28.
by-
It's
So yeah,
A 20.
our relative heights and builds have left us in the children's division.
I guess Lucky Breaks.
Well, what gave them the upper hand was winning the first round, giving them
Yeah.
a +10. So even though their rolls weren't spectacular the second round, they still had the +10 advantage.
Yeah.
The problem is we're not really making a lot of headway.
So
Just won the round.
you guys actually get to the next round. All right, let me just work out the stats for your competitors.
Like the problem is we're not we lasted a lot longer than I think people expected us to. So
Yep.
Certainly. I think you lasted a lot longer than you expected you to.
Yep.
yes, correct.
I mean, without like gluing myself to the ground or downing a potion of a large fey or any other way to cheat, Mecha did not expect to win.
Magic, you would have already been told that using any kind of magic is kind of against the rules, and it's.
Oh yeah, that's why I haven't been using any kind of magic.
Hey, what?
I'm just saying that if I was allowed, I would definitely be cheating.
Oh yeah. I'm certain a lot of you would.
I mean, it wouldn't be cheating if it was allowed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Mecha has a weird way of seeing the world like this. Blame it on her upbringing.
Okay, so I have your competitors. I will be surprised if you win and shocked if you do.
Yeah.
So,
Do it!
round one, no minuses. So if you've got any removal,
Yeah, I removed that.
it is a reset. Start fresh.
Okay. Let's go.
Boom. Ah,
Not off to the best
That's a bit
start.
more likely.
not
That's
off
more
to
of
the
what we
best start.
expected to do.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. So,
Best nerdy effort.
right.
That's more of what we expected to do.
So, like, we need to swap in some stronger opponents for these two.
But Lucky Break's goal wasn't to win.
7.
Okay.
That's okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's more like it.
They won by 5.
We're like,
Five.
okay, that's what we were expecting.
Okay. So,
They won by 5.
no headway was made by either side. So no bonuses for anyone.
So roll again.
So if you have a con score of 1, if you have a bonus of 1, you're now taking -2 to your rolls.
Yep. So me.
Yeah, I'm still good. I'm at full roll, so that 17 was full.
Yep.
25.
Full roll.
23.
You're rolling full.
23.
Okay.
Not horrible. Not horrible. 8.
Okay.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah.
We're at least trying.
Okay, there we go.
And there we go.
7 points of difference.
Okay.
Not quite
it's
enough.
still going on. Clearly, one of them doesn't feel that they need to put their full effort in, as you guys are not worth it.
Yeah.
Will it bite him in the arse? So this is round 3.
Nobody's making any headway. That's the downside here.
All right.
Breaking it away, but hey, we made it to round 3 against in this.
Oh.
Okay, so that's -2, so that's 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
12.
17. Okay. 12.
No, wait,
15.
10. 10.
So 13 total.
The little ponies are running out of energy.
So
Net
he,
one, net one, net.
he gets that one. So,
Nat one, nat one, nat one.
all right, so it's the one who's not been putting in much effort. He goes first. Okay.
Oh, now he's putting in all the effort.
Okay.
Yeah, he was obviously waiting for you to be worn out. And his competitor...
I mean,
There we
now
go.
they're
That's
just
opposite
showing
of that
off.
one. Roll 20.
Now they're just showing off.
Well, Lucky Break's goal wasn't to win. It was to make him look a little braver for trying.
You know, this is the kind of scenario here where I pictured they not only won, they continued and just drug you through the mud.
Yeah.
But you guys did come technically second.
Which
Technically-
is still better than you were expecting. I think that was
Yeah.
better than anyone was expecting.
And you also technically did better than Claire and Guiding when they did it.
Yeah, we also went against the worst of the actual strongest of the lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we went to what, like round 6 or 5 or 6 too.
Oh,
Like,
it went on. There was a lot of hard pulling either way, and it did go on for a while. But you guys did lose in the end, sadly.
yeah, we lost against the champs.
But you definitely surprised many people with your feats there. You went on for 3 round on the second one, and you went to 3 rounds as well on the other one. So you did surprisingly well. Definitely would have caught at least some additional people's attentions, and
So after all of that, Lucky Break basically just goes back to our camp, and he just plops on the ground.
Everything hurts.
no more.
Yeah. Yeah. Mecca has to go clean mud out of her overalls.
Lucky's like,
Excellent job.
Lucky's like, bravery hurts.
Yeah, but
And it's dirty.
it breeds character.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay. So you guys can either continue playing some games. You can always go and see if any of the other tribes will actually meet with you, or you can always go and see if your efforts have impressed the Stone Marchers.
Oh,
Lucky
Claire's gonna
Break's
try.
gonna
Oh,
take
what was that?
I was gonna
Lucky
say,
Break's
Claire's gonna... Go ahead.
Um,
Sorry.
Lucky Break's gonna take a nap for about an hour.
All right. What were you going to do, Claire?
She's gonna try once more with the wrestling. It came down to relatively close, but see if she can't try it once more.
You got into the second round, didn't you?
Yeah, she got silver again.
Okay. All right. So this one has a bit of combat to it. So I have the initiative could decide who.
Yep.
Who does well? So.
Yep.
Your opponent has this. Their initiative.
I dropped one of my cards.
Not
Yep.
good.
Oh well.
7 of hearts.
All right. So you get the upper hand here. So you get to go first.
She's gonna go for the pin here, and let's see what the 21.
21. Okay. So you've grappled them. You kind of have to hold off on the pin in there.
Yeah.
But you've got them in the grapple. The pony who's in the grapple is going to try and take charge and become the grappler instead of the grapplee.
Mm-hmm.
That's one competition I don't think Zero would win. He's too stupid to understand what wrestling is.
Yeah, because
I
you have
don't
to
think
meet.
he's
You have to
actually-
beat my roll, right?
It'll be your CMD they have to beat.
That does not.
Wait. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that won't. All right, so you now need to make another CMB to pin them, but you get a bonus +5 to maintain. You don't
Okay.
have to include it. We can add it in afterwards.
Okay.
Then that would be a 19.
19. Let me check his CMB. Yes, and you are able to push him into the pin with ease.
She's gonna help him up and wait for the next one in matters.
Okay, so I'm going to delete you both off again. So, you're now facing one of the more skilled ones.
Yep. I think the one I was facing before was relatively good, so...
Yes. So here we go. See how they do.
Okay.
Ooh, very good.
I can't beat that. Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Not with one.
All right. Well, they're going to do the very similar thing. Come up to you and obviously try and grab you.
Yep.
Are they going to succeed?
Only one way to find out.
That
I'm
misses.
going to no. All right. So they can't try and grab hold of you, but they don't get a good hold. Can you turn it around on them?
Probably not. Not with that roll.
Oh no. So you try and do the same, but they seem to be a bit slippery.
Yep.
So it goes back to their turn as more grappling happens.
All the grappling.
All grapples.
No. Oh my word. Like, this is... Both people are just trying here.
Yeah. You're both obviously able to keep the... Oh! You have managed to grab hold of them. Have them in a firm grip.
Nice.
Okay, so
Excellent.
they are going to twist their body and attempt to escape using Escape Artist.
Okay. So that's against my roll, though. If I remember right.
Oh,
I want to double check, because I want to get the binders. Let's see. Escape.
I have to check as well. I don't often use the Escape Artist. Grapple.
Escape artist. It's my CMD, actually.
Against your
my
CMD.
Yeah, they have to beat my CMD rather than my roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, because it would be ridiculously hard with some monsters. So, right. So their Escape Artist is that, and they're going to slip out. Do they escape? Oh.
Yep, they do.
Okay, so they managed to slip out of your hold, but that was their action to get out of it. So you do get the chance to try and re-grapple.
Yeah, and that is what she's doing.
You just narrowly, you almost had it, but they just slipped out.
Okay, so they're at that.
Alright, so they're going to try and grapple you again.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get anything better than low numbers? 23.
Nope.
That'll do it.
Alright, so it's down to you now. You can either choose to try an Escape Artist or try and take over.
Yeah, given that I've just barely missed, that's an 18. That's a 10% chance. So it's purely up to CMB here.
Okay.
He's going to try to reverse it. And nope. So that's going to be the pin, probably. Oh well.
It might be, but you never know. That plus that. No.
Oh, wow.
They lose the grapple on you.
Wow.
Okay,
They are not able to maintain it as maybe you moved slightly, and it caught them in the head, and they saw stars momentarily, and you escaped. So we're back at it, and it's your turn.
Yep, she's going to keep it as a stubborn as a mule. And that will hit, I imagine.
You just barely missed.
Really? They have a 19. Wow.
as you try and grab hold of them. They are definitely a slippery one. So as you miss them, they're going to try and grab you back.
Yep.
When the dice rolls.
Eventually.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, okay. So it all comes down if you can take control.
She's nothing if not stubborn and relentless.
Oh, okay. You've just taken control of the grapple.
Oh, look at you. Being all fancy.
It's definitely turning into something. I mean, it's been. I haven't been keeping track of the rounds, but we've been going for a few.
1, 2. Let's see. This is probably around 8 or 9.
6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh wait, I miscounted from the initiative.
The first one was over in 2 rounds. Yes. This one has been going on for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Because it's what they do, they're going to try and use escape artists to slip from your grip.
Yep, they do.
But it comes back to you to see if you can grab hold of them again.
She's not going to let them go. She had a good angle. She's going to keep pressing it. Nope, I missed.
Darn
Right.
it.
Yeah, they have enough of a roll with the +9 to get out relatively reliably.
All right, so again, going to try and come at you from the side and grab hold of you. Ooh,
Nope.
Miscalculated.
She's nuts to this. Is probably going to be trying something on a little bit north there. She's just going to try to sit on them. It misses. Oh well.
Nope.
Unconventional.
You attempt to use your flank. It was not effective.
Unfortunately, yeah, all 400 plus pounds of her.
Yeah. Well, you're probably also dealing with another similar weighted competitor.
Not often you get that.
Well, actually, no. This one I think is more dexterous.
With somebody of your own stature.
Well, relatively, this is probably one of the more, probably one of the marchers, given the speed and either the marchers or the.
Okay, so they can't do anything too fancy, so they're just gonna try and take advantage of your unorthodox methods.
Yep, that does it. And she's going to use her mask to try to break it.
Was that you wanting to break free?
Yeah, to break it, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you do break out of it, separating the grapple. They shake themselves off and go in once again for the.
Hmm.
Is it harder to take over the grapple than to break out of it?
No, it's the same, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But it's the risk of failure is the catch here.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the maintenance bonus they get, that's why.
Well, yeah, but if you turn it over, if you fail anyway. If you take over, then
Well, yeah, they get a +5. Like basically,
No,
they'd
no.
be rolling it +11 to try to pin me.
Well, no. If you take over the grapple, which you can do with a 20, they either have to try and take. The
Okay,
grapple down,
Yeah,
or
then that's
it is an advantageous position, one way or another, to take
Yeah.
over the grapple.
yeah,
If-
okay.
If you were somebody, if you weren't in a grapple competition, breaking free and moving away probably would be the sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
But because you want to be in the grapple, taking control of it is the better move.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I need to be doing that though then.
All right. So I'm going to change from them about to grapple you again to them trying to escape your grapple. And will they slip free once again?
Probably.
Ooh.
No, that actually doesn't.
Okay.
It just barely. And okay, and she's with
You
an
have
actual rare opportunity. She's going to try to bring them down. That's with the +5.
But with that's my say. Is that with or without the plus?
That is with the +5.
So just barely with your +5, you are able to bring them to the ground into a pin. It went on for a while. That little. How many rounds?
A few.
Like almost a minute. Almost a minute.
Exactly a minute.
It went on for an entire minute. That one. Grabbing hold, breaking free, but no, you would succeed on the pin, and you would win that challenge.
Woo!
She's gonna lift him up and figure out who he was, at least from what clan he was from, because he was a lot tougher than the first one the last from the previous day that she challenged. Because the other ones were about at her ability. This one was definitely the better competitor.
It was a thorn barb.
Thornbriar, I think it was.
Yeah, thornbriar. Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure I make my adjustments. You came second last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Update your score based on that.
Yeah, because speed and precision. Yeah, that would be Thornbriar. That would make sense. You're echoing something. I think, Mike.
Lawnmower or something in the background.
Yeah, I guess the groundskeepers are deciding today is the day that they'll mow outside. And like right outside.
All right. Well, you're victorious with that. You're congratulated. You guys are still in that category. Okay. So yeah, you're congratulated on your skills and your endurance. You can either toy around, or you can again, like I said, you haven't met two tribes. You can always see if they are willing to meet with you at all.
Yeah, after the beating of the one fellow from the Thornbriar, she's going to simply up and ask if he'd be. It would be a he though, not a she.
It'll be a he, yeah.
He would be up and willing to set a time and place for talking with the leader or their leader if he was willing to.
He would simply tell you to go to the camp. He doesn't set up meetings. You want a meeting, you have to go to them.
Okay, fair enough. I could do that. She's going to probably. Let's see. How long would Lucky still be sleeping, or how long ago would this?
With obviously watching, getting involved in the competitions, Lucky's probably had their hour nap.
Okay. She probably
you can't do it straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably return to our camp, and Lucky Break would be tuning his lyre.
Okay. She'd basically come in. It's like, oh, we got a job for you.
Huh?
I managed to win. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
He's like, huh? Oh, hi, Claire.
Yeah, we managed to win. Managed to win one. Definitely he was the better competitor, and we're gonna see about the Thornbriars.
Okay. He puts his loot away or not loot. Keep on saying loot. Lyre.
Mhm.
Puts his lyre away. He's like, okay. Show me the way.
Yep. Just one thing. Just remember speed, precision. So you might want to keep the words straight into the point.
I gotcha. I know.
Okay, and he would make their way with Claire and anyone else who was interested to the Thornbriars.
Always interested.
Cold, do you want to share a little bit of information to them about the leader of the Friars?
Yes. That took a minute. Yes, I did find book. Give me one moment.
Book. What sort of book?
A special book.
Is it a book?
I have a book.
If it helps, it's page 40.
It probably helps. I am on page 40. Ah, the Thornbriars. Out of this, how much would she know about the leader of the Thornbriars?
The bit in black is pretty
Pretty
common knowledge, yeah.
okay. She would tell you that the leader of the Thornbriars is a matriarch of old age. She has a lot of children, all of which have grown up tough and strong. She herself was famous for her speed, winning many races in her youth.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's that then.
They admire their strength, as you might have noticed, and she gestured toward Claire.
I didn't quite guess that last word. They admire their what?
They admire their strength, and she would gesture toward Claire in the wrestling contest she just finished.
Well, he was the better competitor. I just got the right little bit of edge.
You got the upper hand.
Edge, edge of being actually physically stronger doesn't always win you the day, says Mecha, flexing her brawny nerd muscles. Sometimes it's just dumb luck.
Folks underestimate you, then yes. Use it to your advantage.
They certainly underestimated you.
Yep. Probably rightly so, but still. They did get under what my physical abilities really were.
Alright, so who's coming along to the meeting?
I think everyone is.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Of
really
course,
want that in there?
because she's leading them there, helping to make sure that none of them get killed on the way there.
Alright, as you get to the gate, you are let in, and you are indicated where to go to meet with the chieftain.
Yep, Claire would make sure to get there in a prompt manner.
As you approach, you will hear the sound and cheering of children. As you step around a tent to see one of many racetracks scattered throughout these camps. Young foals are competing along the tracks, while an elderly pony with a blood-red coat watches with a wistful smile upon her face.
She's gonna look to Roderick, given that he won the acrobatics and all. Like, you might be able to show them a few tricks or two. Given that you won the, if they're willing to see how you did that. Though, is that the one that we're recognizing as Thornbriar?
Her name is Thornrose.
Okay, one of her. Yeah, that's the leader.
Sorry, Mike was muted. Thornrose is the leader.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, she would try to make it's like, would that be Thornrose, or is that where we're actually headed to when we arrived? I'm just trying to clarify.
Sorry, you broke up.
I was just basically trying to ask: is the one you were just describing in front of us Thornrose?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, they would approach and sit down to wait and be seen in regards to matters, or stand, whichever. It seems like the correct thing to do.
So, what would you believe is the correct thing to do?
Probably that. Is she standing though?
No, she's sitting.
Okay.
She is watching the races.
Okay, she's going to sit and wait until the races are finished before she says anything.
She looks at you as your group sits down and almost like she waits for you to say something as you sit there.
Yeah,
I poke Lucky.
Lucky Break will say, God, getting my words together. I gotta figure out how talking works today. Lucky Break will give his usual greeting. His name should
Any
say
idea?
Akio.
Blaze. Okay. She looks at you with your greeting, and she gives you one which is a bit more harsher in return. But being a follower of Blaze, which you know, this is a standard sort of thing.
Yeah, he expected it. Not exactly on the same Our deities aren't exactly on the same polarity, but
Claire just seems to sort of take it all in stride. Like, she's being a nightmare follower.
What do you say, Mike?
Lucky Break will say, you. He's like, you have a very nice. I heard that you've had a lot. God damn it! Why can't I talk today?
Words.
I can't do the talk that is designed for talking with people, and I can't talk.
Don't worry about it too much. Just say what you want to say, and don't worry how bad it gets. Just keep going with it. It's the best thing I can say.
Lucky Break will say, what time of day is it right now?
You're probably in the afternoon.
He's like, good afternoon. He's like, nice afternoon out right now. I've heard a lot of good things about you.
She simply goes, good. No stories. I plan to keep those stories well and truly strong, no matter how old I grow.
He's like, I've heard that I've also heard that that a lot of your family members have grown up very strong too. Your children.
Yes. All of them have, and their children are, as she gestures towards the many kids playing in front of her, are also growing up strong and tough.
You must be quite proud.
Very.
Guiding is gonna lean over and whisper into Lucky's ear. Less small talk.
Give me time. He's like, but unfortunately I didn't come here for small talk as much.
Good. What are you here for?
He pretty much says similar stuff that he said to the other tribe, probably modified for probably worded differently based on the one we're coming here a little bit, but the message is basically the same. He says, the Gemnils are becoming quite a problem for everyone. Archer, he might as well just refer to the city as a tribe still. It's still relevant. He's like, and our tribe is seeking to. How do I want to say that? How would he word it?
Would he seem to pause at that, or is it more like he would be trying to sort of search for the right word?
It seems like he's kind of searching for the correct words, but he doesn't seem to pause. He wouldn't pause for very long because that would not be ideal based on the one we're talking to.
Yeah. Well, as I said, if he starts on the
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, basically, as he starts on the brief pause and all, Claire's going to speak up and all, and we're fighting those that fight underhandedly, that fight dirty, and that fight without the ferocity and the ability that come to cheap tricks and little more than cowards hiding in the night, at best.
Yeah. You hear Roderick sneeze?
And are seeking those that would stand with us during the day.
I still hear much talk of a city full of cowardly ponies that need help.
Claire just sort of snorts like, that's not the one who's asking. The one who's asking is leading from the front lines. Is leading from the...
Yes, our city's leader does take to the front lines often, if not all the time. In fact, that she had recently gotten back from the front line.
Hmm.
Certainly, as far as I know, not.
You may have a good leader, but if the underbelly is still soft, then perhaps that you need strength from outside, such as us. I've had my scouts watching you as you interact and toy in the games. So most of you have taken part, but not all of you. Perhaps there's those of you who are weak, and maybe
Actually, everyone has. I got a character everyone has.
Not the one what she cares about. There's at least some of you who have hid in the background.
We've done all the trials. We have done all the trials.
Not the ones that she cares about.
What she's saying is she only cares about a few trials, and most of us didn't, some of us didn't take place in any of the trials that she cares about.
Yeah.
We've...
Basically, Pigwin has done none, but Mecha and Lucky have taken part in the strength one. Good on them. And only Roderick has taken a part in
The simplest way I can put it out of character is she only cares about the trials of strength. Not everyone has played in the trials of strength, so not everyone has been in the trials in her mind.
Everyone get that?
Yeah. You're only as strong as your weakest, and if your weakest cannot stand, then they're going to be your downfall.
Our weakest is choosing not to aid in magic, and
magic will only get you so far. You can, when it runs out, you have to rely on your own strength.
Technically, you can rely on magic when you run out of your own strength. I mean, power is power. And you run out of it eventually, so you switch to a different type.
Rick will say, I can see.
This isn't the proper time to be philosophizing. I'm gonna go step outside the tent.
You're not in a tent, you're actually out in the open because there's all...
Well, I'm gonna step outside a bear shot of the pony that I should not be philosophizing to.
No, that's fine.
He's like, this is a relatively fair assessment.
You still have plenty to prove to us. You've done well, but I'm sure if you can show you can do better, then we might listen to your words of alliances.
He's like, very well.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be back.
Yep.
you can roll me a diplomacy check though.
Yeah, I will. And since I'm not expecting to meet any of the others, I'm not expecting the Bloodied Ear to come to Lucky Break, because he does not plan to go to them.
Well, that's a bit rude.
At least not at the moment. If he hasn't proven himself to this tribe, he highly doubts that he's proven himself to the other one. It wouldn't be. Lucky Break would expect that trip to be a waste of time.
Just to say hello, it'd be amusing. Anyway, carry on.
That's basically you just headbutt the other person.
Make your diplomacy roll then. Lucky.
I'm going to have him do this one.
You did some talking. You may assist basically with this.
Yep. Oh boy, I
will say now that I will be doing this one with the advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just letting Claire know that she can assist because she did speak.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
If you roll really bad, it won't have any negative impact.
So I'll let Claire roll first.
I'm waiting on the roll, so nope. I technically rolled a 10, but my charisma being what it was, yeah.
You rolled charisma, not diplomacy.
I don't have any ranks.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do have to roll 8 another before.
Yeah, I have a 7 in charisma.
Fair enough.
So I'll be rolling this with the advantage. Just the first one. Although that one's pretty high, so might not be necessary.
Well, you can keep the better, right?
Yeah. Okay, so 27. Actually, it'd be plus the 2, so 29.
Not happy yet, but you at least speak elegantly, and you understand at least the nuances of Blaze that that they are obviously asking for you to prove yourself a little bit more. You get the sense that they are loosening it up to you, but you do have to prove yourself just that little bit more. There's at least something else you can try and do to encourage. After that, you are allowed to go. Well, you are free to leave.
What's Penguin's dex?
Hello. Big win.
Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to refresh the page. I have to bring up his sheet here. Sorry, his sheet closed down when I refreshed. His dex is 10.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wow.
None of these are int-based things. Ergo, it's not really.
Lucky Break is going to try to convince. It's time to try to convince Penguin to join Claire in the tug of war.
Wait. I just got back to what?
Well, that's a...
The summary of that situation is we need to get Penguin to do something.
Yeah.
And
Show
specifically
off a
something
feat of physical strength.
Oh no.
out of character.
No.
So diplomacy checks against Penguin is going to be a thing again. And
Yeah, given the fact that she's gonna have to look to him, it's like, do you want to come back to Duck and have her realize that you didn't do anything to help meet new people?
well,
Yes,
Lucky Break.
I'd be perfectly okay with that.
So you're going to let her down after how friendly I've been hearing she is?
Well, she knows that I'm very smart and not very strong, so I don't think she's gonna be let down.
Lucky Break.
Guiding is gonna pat Penguin on the back, and she's gonna say, "Well, you can always try wrestling."
And he blinks. I'm not sure if this is a double entendre for something, but I'm not sure what to make of that.
Lucky Break will say, Well, it's worth a try, and who knows? It could be fun. It could be fun. I mean, me and Mecha did it, and I'm not much stronger than you are.
He blinks. He blinks so hard. Yeah, this is gonna need a diplomacy, ain't it?
Because Lucky Break, I think Lucky Break and Penguin have the similar strength score.
Yeah.
I think Penguin's a little bit better.
Hey.
Penguin's strength score is 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's -2. Not that much. Not much lower.
And what's
still,
his con?
12.
You'll be basically the same as Lucky Break and if you perform with Claire, it'll be.
Claire will just pick up the slack.
I mean, I could help out. I have a strength of 13, but I have a con of 8.
Claire will pick up the slack and the penguin at the same time.
Are you rolling your diplomacy?
Yep. Unfortunately, this will only be at a +1 because I am familiar with Penguin.
Yes, afraid so.
I think Gunter's also going to try to assist you with that. Hold on. Because Gunter is looking very, very, very judgmentally at Penguin.
So
However,
Gunter rolls 80.
yeah. Gunter is rolling his diplomacy first to assist. Oh, no. No.
Claire is going to be staring at him, so
Nat 20.
No, sadly, you're not as intimidated as you were hoping.
well, I could have used strength, but that's sort of a
Yeah. So Claire tries to look intimidating, but maybe it looks more seductive.
26.
oh god, like that would be horrifying. That would still achieve the same thing technically.
Hang on, you have a -2 in intimidate.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's charisma based.
And
Yeah.
he blinks.
So a feat to make it so.
He blinks 1 or 2 times. You know, so
Guy-
long
guiding
as,
is more
guys,
intimidating.
as they don't blindfold me, we're fine. Because this whole situation reminds me of this one time back at school when they decided to do a blind man's tug of war. And they blindfolded everybody. And by everybody, they meant just me. And then they put me on the other side of the rope while everybody else was on the other side. And it was not a fun time.
Wow, they did that to you too? We have something in common, finally, says Mecha.
He blinks. No. You don't seem as traumatized by it, I don't think.
Oh no, yeah, I was laughing at that. I found that I didn't get the joke, but I thought it was, but everyone else was laughing, so I just laughed along.
I don't think Mecha has the capacity to be traumatized.
No, I would have done it to myself years ago if I was able. So for self-preservation, I've lost that ability.
It's more of the argument of Cookie Monster was sent to hell, but realized everything here was cookies, for he was not the punished, he was the punishment.
Oh dear. Wow.
All right. So, are we having Pigwing take part in the tug of war then with Claire?
I believe so.
He's
That might not do the best image. It might be.
I mean, he participated in it.
he's doing the shy.
That's all that matters,
And being like,
right?
I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail very hard, and they're all going to laugh at me. And
If
then
I
you're gonna
remember
go up
correctly,
to them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this person's your weakest link, and she's just gonna eliminate me and be done with it, isn't she?"
Oh, here we go. Mecha fishes something out of her bag. Drink this, and you'll have no problem with the tug of war at all. I wink exaggerated.
No.
It's called placebo.
What I was about to say, I'm like, it's just frothy water, isn't it?
And he gives you this look of like, really, like.
What's Penguin telling you?
It's actually one of the prototypes for the baby formula I gave Duck. It didn't quite turn out right, but it's still non-toxic, at least.
You mean there were versions that were toxic?
And he blinks. He blinks.
Some of the ingredients did not react together as I thought they would.
Well,
How many blew
ink
up?
itself is non-toxic, but I was
Only
chosen to use
3.
That.
That's knowing you. That's better than average, I would say.
What
yes.
did you what
I
did you
mean,
test these
5
on?
more melted glass bottles, but still.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was wondering about.
I'm just curious as to what your test subjects were.
Plants.
Apparently, 5 of them were glass bottles.
I'm starting
Alright.
to think this whole situation is probably why I was always chosen last for school sports back at the orphanage.
Round one.
Fight.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Alright, who am I
what's
gonna
your
have to
console?
wrestle? Who am I wrestling?
No,
Just
you're tug of
pull.
war.
Oh, a tug
I
of
feel
war.
like tug of war is going to be slightly better for you.
Yeah.
What? Okay, cool. That makes sense. Actually, if wrestling is CMB based, he has a better CMB than strength score.
I mean, you could go, no, I'll do the wrestling instead, and we'll go to the wrestling.
Okay.
Well, okay. Who would he be doing the tug of war with? Is the question again.
Claire.
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 That or you could just tie the rope around 0.
Who would be wrestling against if he was doing the wrestling?
It'll be one of the other tribes.
Uh,
So you're gonna have to wrestle against a stranger.
Yeah. With the tug of war, it's you and Claire versus 2 others.
okay. He looks toward Claire. Claire. If I make us lose, you have to promise me to make my death very quick.
I can do that.
Okay. And
She has this smile as he says that.
Yeah, Neko can also do that. She holds up a couple of test tubes full of brightly colored liquid
he
in multiple flavors.
he shakes his head.
Cherry.
He starts walking toward the rope, like somebody going to the gallows. It's
Well, as long as one of those is cherry flavored, you're doing good.
Dun, 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 dun,
And she-
dun, dun, dun,
She
dun.
tosses you a test tube full of bright red liquid.
Okay,
And
hold
gives
on to
you-
it. Yeah, she'll
gives
say
you,
hold on to it.
I wonder if Lucky knows how to play that tune on her lute.
Oh. You want to roll first or second? Duck?
Pingwing
Quack,
is
quack.
Pingwing is in total let's get this over with mode.
Okay.
As I could roll whenever. It's up to you guys. So it's just like,
Well,
oh dear.
Yeah, dice are gonna be. Oh well.
All right.
Oh,
for it.
here we go.
Oh boy, I think I rolled it. Yeah, I did.
Oh well.
Oh no.
Well, you're in sync at least.
Yeah.
No.
She was
No,
anticipating
no,
a different
no.
kind of grab, so we're probably gonna get eliminated round 1. Oh well.
Hey, you tried.
Yeah, no, let's see, that's 12 to 14, so 15. No, wow, what the hell?
They got you by 1.
Yeah,
Alright.
neither of us were apparently anticipating the other people. What the hell?
Round 2. All right. So if you have a con score of 0 or a con score of 1, you're now taking -2.
All right. This -2.
Okay.
Oh boy.
20.
20. Okay. So these guys.
Not bad. Not bad.
So
Until they roll an at 20. Or a 7. That works too. All right.
There you go. There's your 20. Not nat 20, but close enough.
Wow.
Close
ow,
It's
ow,
7
ow.
points of difference.
The rope really burns. The rope
All
really
right.
burns.
it's still going. There's no clear winner yet.
Claire's just basically, with the rope in mouth, is saying, pull!
Pull harder.
Another -2 for you, Penguin.
Oh
Penguin.
dear, we're at -6 out of his.
No, -4.
Oh, -4.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, -4, but he also has a -2, so -6.
So it's my 6.
So -4 to
Okay.
this. Oh
Oh
dear.
God!
Oh dear. Oh no.
Penguin's giving up. Penguin's giving up.
So they're on. So he gets just
Penguin
this.
has flashbacks to blindfolded tug of war.
You just
Oh no! Oh dear!
No, no.
No!
Looks
no.
like you're gonna be wrestling someone. I'll prepare the baby oil.
Oh,
Six.
25.
Wait, so-
I think the
They're
second
actually
one.
to round 3 of the first one, which is probably
just-
more than they expected from him. So
I feel
doing
like the
better
last
than
one
expected.
is just laughing too hard at Penguin right now to be focusing on anything. So the first one's doing all the work.
All right, so they're going to get a +10 bonus to their next round, but they haven't won yet.
It's 26 to 13.
So they get a +10, and we're on to round 4.
Oh.
That
I
could
mean,
only go well.
Fair.
Oh, jeez.
Look at the bright
Nope,
side.
they've won it. They probably won it because I rolled low.
Penguin's at a
Penguin,
-6 now.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Alright, this -6.
Penguin. Penguin.
Oh.
Penguin.
Oh, not one.
7.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's pretty much just dropped the rope at this point.
No, that's the thing,
hang
is that
up
he's really trying, but he's also kind of crying because he hears laughter in the crowd, and his ears are ringing, and he just didn't want to do this. Oh, no. He's just like, he's doing that thing where his hooves are like to the ground, but he's just being dragged back. No, it's over. Don't even roll, man, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, they've won. I think they got this one.
39.
Yep, Claire's the only one that's pulling versus 2.
5?
I think it's 5.
It's 1v2.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
Unless you want to count the crying penguin, it's like half of a pony. I
Is there
guess.
like mud in the middle or something? Like, where do they pull them into? That's the question.
No mud at the moment.
No, there's no mud. They only probably do that one for the first place winners because
And,
it's a bit more. Go for it.
They get pulled over the line, and Penguin just kind of trips over his own hooves, and he plonks onto the ground, and he just kind of rolls over and looks up at Claire, and then turns his head and gestures to one side of his head, make a click.
Claire's he's Griffin, so he doesn't have the ears to pull.
Hippogriff, and he does have ear feathers.
Yeah,
has ear
Claire's
feathers.
just going to reach down and very gently grab hold of the ear and ear feathers and pull. Like,
Ow, 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 ow.
I am very disappointed in you
I'm also very disappointed in me.
because
That was
now,
amazing.
yeah,
And
because
it's
now
not-
you're going to have to learn how to wrestle.
Oh.
Oh no!
No.
I'm quite thankful that I don't have to participate in any of these strength ones.
Until he gets his butt up and starts to walk properly, she is going to drag him over to where the wrestling is.
Oh, no.
Next comes following with a big jug full of baby oil. I mean, it was hard to come by.
Where's his anxiety level or anxiety?
Daffodil's comment would be, "You're a strange one."
No.
Which one are you talking to?
All of them.
Uh,
All right, so he's like over at the ring now, and he's like he's there. People are probably looking at him, and he is like already like looking like he's about to die. Who's
Did you put the panicked symbol on his token with the 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
He hasn't reached critical level 9 yet, but he's looking at who his challenger is gonna be and what their physique looks like.
I mean, it's definitely a muscular mare who's not at the peak of efficiency, but they're definitely athletic.
But you hear him talk.
It's
I'm going to pump you up.
He looks over, he sees a muscular mare. Oh, he's gonna be beaten up by a girl, isn't he? Alright, upping this to 8.
Well, technically, Claire is a girl too, so he's not in any worse shape than before.
Yes, this is also fair. But now this one's gonna kick his ass directly.
All right. you're probably pushed in the or put in the arena, and you will hear a strum of to indicate the battle begins. Roll your initiative.
How enthusiastic are you? Not very.
Well, more
Good enough.
enthusiastic than the mayor, apparently. So, you
She's
know,
probably
that's
okay.
showboating.
Penguin, you get to go first.
All right.
Penguin!
Myself,
You can do it.
much like Penguin, has no idea how to wrestle.
Okay.
So,
Well, from observing most people just went up and started grappling straight away. I mean, you don't have to do that, but that's what whoever gets the upper hand
He's
on
prepared-
going first.
for
will
his
do.
turn, he's going to be doing total defense.
Okay.
Oh no.
Boop. Coming to- All right, Penguin.
Penguin is a character, that is for sure. I love it. I love it.
No.
I'm gonna assume the 6 doesn't grapple.
No, it doesn't. But he's terrified by it regardless.
All right. So the mayor is trying to grab hold of you in a grip, but obviously not used to somebody with feathers is finding it hard to grip you. They are very much all up in your face and with their hooves all over you. It's your turn.
How does
I'm
that
not
make you
used to
feel?
gripping something so stick-like, she shouts. Likely.
Stick-like and probably very, very slippery from all the nervous sweat and how much mecha
Crying
oil
he's
be
been
down.
doing.
All right.
dear.
He is he flinches a little bit and he hears pin him down, leg down, yank, and he just kind of like just goes, "I'm sorry about this," and tries to like grapple tackle him as best as he can. It's very awkward. He does not like personal contact with people.
Well, let's see how I.
Let's see how this goes.
All right. So yeah, he's at 1d20
Great.
-1. Oh dear.
So, by some miracle, you have them in a grapple hold.
Sorry.
Just constantly apologizing the entire time.
So what they're going to try and do is basically reverse the grapple and put you into the hold.
Oh dear.
I'm just ready for the natural one.
So let's see if they manage this.
They slip on a puddle of Ping's nervous sweat while trying to reverse the grapple.
I called it.
Okay, Penguin. You now have a +5 bonus to maintain the grapple.
Oh.
Come on, let the spill of Bill Murray flow through you.
Okay.
She's just so shocked that this puny little twig managed to actually pin him.
14.
All right, that's
Plus
average.
5, so that's a 19.
That's already +5.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is that.
Oh.
All right. As you try and do more maneuvering with it, you sadly lose your grip on them, and now no one's grappled currently.
Oh, don't kill me. Please be nice.
That's too bad.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
That would have been so funny.
Her answer is, "I'm going to make you eat dirt, bird boy."
His eyes actually go like very tiny as he has like 1 or 2 flashbacks of primary school.
They miss.
Oh!
Go, Duck, go. Sorry, go Penguin, Duck.
Well, you say that, Mrs. Is that just a straight CMD? Or,
Yeah.
His CMD is 9.
Wait a minute. See, you have BAB, so it shouldn't be that. I don't believe.
CMD doesn't.
CMD
benefit
is
from-
adds your uses your strength.
Yeah, CMD is
He has
strength.
+1
So, yeah.
BAB but -2 strength.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and zero dex.
All right.
Ah.
All right. So you're now in the grapple. You can either use escape artist to try and get out, or you can use your CMB check to try and control the grapple.
His escape artist is -3, so I think I'm gonna try the CMB. But he gets in the grapple. No, don't make me hit the dirt, please. He's like actually being like a scared schoolboy at this point, just being bullied.
Not the dirt, not the dirt.
No.
Okay, by some miracle, the fact that you were scared of tasting the dirt, you somehow managed to become the controller of this grapple.
Oh, please no. Wiggle your stick. Oh, wiggle you stick. Okay, the R would have made it very.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're going to try to reverse the grapple to be controlling again.
Fight.
Oh no!
No.
You're in a bit of a stranglehold, but you can still try and take charge.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's like, no. And what's my modifiers for this right now?
You have no modifiers. It's still CMD because they took control of the grapple.
Okay. And he pushes up with his hind hooves. No.
Oh my god!
This is great. I love this.
I swear, Penguin. I'm like, Penguin is your life story song, "Fortunate Son," the first song,
Probably.
first few lyrics of Fortunate.
Oh, dear.
I can see Penguin is currently fighting for his life not to taste dirt. That's what I've got in my mind.
He doesn't want to taste dirt. It really doesn't. It's like his biggest PTSD right now.
Well,
Punished
well, we're
penguin
going
was
to
bullied
see-
in high school.
We're going to see if
Come on.
they manage to take control. I mean, they only need anything higher than 9, but we'll see.
It's a back and forth.
Yeah.
No! Yes! Go for it, Penguin! Go!
Do it!
Alright.
You have a +4.
The spirit of Bill Murray flows through you.
I feel like even the GM is slightly impressed at this point.
No!
That's a 12, but still.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's not quite high.
Like, oh.
Even
It's
Gunter
like-
from the side has jumped on NECA, he's jumped on Claire, he's going like, he's like also trying to like, and you just hear Pingwing from this, I know, stop telling me what to do. It's just like...
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna do the penguin. That's not my maneuver, that's your...
Alright. They're going to try and grapple you again. After,
They're gonna
after
try to
you
keep
lose
you
your grip.
Oh
Oh my god. How much longer will this go on? Okay. They've got a good hold of you.
No. Oh dear.
You can do this.
No, I can't.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he sees the dirt. He sees it. No.
Aw. It was almost the one.
It
It
was
was
a
bird.
almost.
The bird goes down.
The dirt.
Plonk. That was
He
doesn't
maintained,
taste-
right?
He doesn't taste the colors of the rainbow. He tastes the color of Earth.
That was to maintain, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then and then you are pinned. You don't have to make any additional rolls. Once you maintain, you then choose what you want to do, and you then do that maneuver, do damage or whatever.
I thought the rules were like you maintain and then you roll to pin.
No,
Okay.
the maintaining is part of the check to pin, basically. So if I didn't want to pin you, I could then choose to inflict not natural damage or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's in the dirt. His beak is there, and he's crying a little bit. He's no.
Well,
so
see,
bad
how
at
many rounds was that?
I'm
I was
sorry.
just.
I lost track.
So, okay, so we've got. I'm going to base it on that was initiative. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3,
That took a while.
I said
5,
6.
6, 7. 7 rounds to pin.
35 seconds, or 36 seconds, or 7. That's 42. Like,
That's pretty good.
as she gets up and all, like, for someone out of your weight class, literally and figuratively, you lasted far longer than you had any right to do. I'm rather proud of you for that.
He looks up from the dirt, probably because I haven't heard that he's been unpinned yet. I'm not proud of myself at all. Like...
Once the pin had been done and the gong sounded, then they would have released you.
Okay.
And probably walked away.
Walked away with a frustrated huff.
He just never got up from the ground as Claire came over to say these things, and once again turns on his side, points to his head, says, "Just do it already."
Yeah. Claire's just basically going to get her nose underneath and just throw him up on her back and just march off with him.
He's mumbling something about something that the old bullies of his used to call a swirly. And they used to be like, "Hey, Penguin, we'll take you out for a swirly." And I was like, "Oh, is this some new ice cream?" And they said, "Yes." And so they took me to the ice cream shop and waited till I had the ice cream. And I don't know what it was with these bullies, but they seemed to like blindfolds. And I don't know why I kept falling for it, but I put it on, and they just mushed my beak into the ice cream and called it a swirly, and I don't like that. He's just mumbling.
There are a lot of poly bullies, you know?
Well, given the fact that she, for what she did, well, you listened to what I said. And, well, I can't really complain.
Why couldn't it have been the riddle contest? Why?
Oh, well, I mean, all I can say is you're probably lucky that you lost because you would have had to then fight the stronger person.
No! No!
Oh,
That looks fun. Like, I want to see how poorly Mecha does in that. But I know we're focusing on Penguin right now to try to get us any kind of get us through that sway.
The point is, Penguin tried, which is, and both of them did better than was
anything
expected.
than equinely thought possible.
I mean, I thought it was going to be over in 2 rounds. I was sorely mistaken.
Hey,
You
he's
were
a
probably
slippery little
often-
fella.
Well, that was something. That was a thing that happened.
Claire has an odd little smile at having watched that.
Gunter is like, he looks like he's assuming the act of like, you know, that kind of coach, just like, you could have done better, kid. You could have done it. And he's like over Penguin, like on top of Claire, and he's like doing like little flipper motions to him, like, and he's like, no, I couldn't have done better, huh? You should try, huh? I know you did one time, and I still lost. Shut up, like.
I got some feather oil for if a little slippery penguin wants to try wrestling.
No.
I swear, if the penguin eyes me, I'm gonna be not happy.
God, I can just see that, like the two of them just going at it, like, oh my word, between Roderick and Penguin.
I think 1 tub of feather oil would work on both of you guys, so it'd be an even match.
Please, don't tell Duck about this one, please.
I think you overestimate how much I gossip with Duck.
Oh
It only
no.
happens like once a month.
Oh no. That once a month is gonna ruin me.
So
That was
We will-
interesting.
we will say that this particular day ends at for that. You guys will probably watch more performances of different stories or from different lives. So you get a bit more of the atmosphere. You get a chance to rest in your camp, and obviously you wake up in the morning ready to obviously try out a few more games if you still want to, or see about talking to any of the tribes you want to, or re-talk to any of the tribes you've just spoken. Mecca, you wake up today with a very odd craving for parsnips. You really want parsnip.
Craving for what again?
You really want a craving for you're craving parsnips. You want to eat a parsnip.
Parsnip.
Yeah.
Parsnip.
I'll go look if they have any.
They probably would do, given it's a root vegetable.
I have a weird craving for doing other people's homework for them.
You would also find that just eating one doesn't satisfy it. You kind of like get a basket and you just have to sit there and just keep munching them. It's that sort of craving.
I got like 3 or 4 going in my mouth at one time when I meet up back with the other guys.
Delightful.
At some point, I start choking a little bit, but it passes after a while.
Claire would probably at the choke just give a thump at the right spot and dislodge said individual. Like, chew, please.
Yeah, I'll give you another thumbs up, forgetting that I don't have multiple.
Thumbs, yeah.
Multiple
Well,
digits.
frogs up, equivalently, yeah.
Yeah, give you a thumbs up.
Okay. Seeing that, well, Penguin, actually, I'm rather content that he did as well as he did, outclassed as he was. Let's see, what else can we try that are a little bit...
I want to try the throwing daggers stuff. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so
I will also try throwing daggers.
all right. Because you have to complete separately, technically, because it's one of those things where you can't sort of play against each other.
Yeah, let's let our resident alchemist try first.
Got it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So the way it works is you've got to throw knives at some targets what get further away and get smaller. And basically, you're competing against 2 other people. If you miss 2 in a row, you're knocked out. But if everybody misses that round, you are not knocked.
Right.
All right, so we're going to do round 1. So the first target is 20 feet away, and it's got an AC of 10. So I'm going to do... So you can make a range attack, and if you've got any skills what improve your range attack, throwing with daggers, you utilize them.
Oh, only if I'm mounted on 0.
Oh, okay.
So that's not allowed?
Can Mecha sit on 0 while throwing?
They probably won't allow that, no.
Okay.
Oh.
Because
a second?
they'll see it giving you a height advantage over the others.
Yeah, which is essentially what it would be doing. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do the first one. 18. So he just barely hit. You hit with flying colours, and the other one hits perfectly fine. So round number 2. Now the target is slightly further away, so you're taking -2 to your dice roll because the distance, and now it has an AC of 15.
Okay. So -2 from my next roll. So I'm just gonna roll normal and -2 from it.
That is fine. Ooh. Let's see.
That is not good. So
6.
6. I'm out.
Well, you have to miss twice in a row, so...
They miss, and they... Okay, so he hit, so 2 of you missed.
Yeah.
So, round 3, you are still on trying to hit the target what has an AC of 15. And you do still have the -2. If you miss this round and somebody hits, you will be
Eliminated. Got it.
You got it. Nicely done.
So you hit. So the person who...
And I'm not used to throwing knife-shaped things.
You're used to throwing a little bit heavier stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, he misses. All right. So you're now up into the harder target. 4. So with this one, it's an AC of 20 you have to hit. But still with a -2, obviously.
Okay, that is at like the edge of my range.
It is at 20. It's at 30 feet away, so it's still within your range, but it takes you. Alright, so the first one who he misses. You miss.
Yeah.
The other one. He also misses. So everybody misses that round.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's at the 20, so...
Yeah. So we're around 5. So if one person hits, then everybody else is knocked out this round.
Got it.
You got this.
So roll again?
Yep. As you get another dagger. 6.
That was really bad.
Ah, damn.
The expert person hits, and...
Oh, yeah, both of them, well, just barely, yeah.
Yeah, just barely. They both managed to land it on the targets. So, Mecha, I'm afraid you are knocked out that, on that final target.
Right. Not really to my advantage. I got a couple of extra bonuses, but mostly for throwing bombs on the back of 0.
It's a shame you
Yeah.
couldn't technically use the effect of us being willing to throw like a... rather than the daggers, being willing to let them throw a... like the
Flash
metal
weapon
bottle.
of any type.
Just a metal bottle, like the metal bottle shaped like your things. But,
I don't think you get any bonuses for throwing the bomb themselves.
No, it has to be. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a shame.
I mean, you would benefit from things like point blank, but that's about it.
Yeah, splash weapons, and especially splash weapons that do fire damage.
Yeah. That's fine, but you did really well. You got to the last target, which is the more difficult one. And you only had a +4, so...
Alright. Well, can Guiding try now?
Yeah, Guardian can try. So,
Yay!
put it round.
Let's see how well that goes.
So DC 10, first one, as your 3 opponents, your 3 competitors, that's the one. Come up.
Starting strong.
Oh, well,
Well,
he
one of
almost he almost threw it into his foot. Alright, so round 2, it's AC of a 15 now.
And I'm out of range, right? It's a -2.
Yes, yeah, you're now taking a -2.
Alright, that is included.
6.
Strange thing, unlike other unicorns, I actually do throw stuff with my hooves instead of my horn.
Oh, he actually finally hit. Alright, so he missed. You're going on to the final one. Currently, you're the only one who's on the final target.
This is fun.
I'm gonna go get my food.
Yep.
So,
Ah,
6. He's potentially going to be not. Everybody
Wow.
misses.
All right.
Stay in then.
That doesn't actually help me, but okay. Wow, I miss again. Same roll. But I'm still on the only one on the last target, so what does that mean?
Yeah, I will check if these guys do hit. So
Okay.
he goes to the
They hit.
and then so
He's out, unfortunately.
he's
Then,
out. Definitely. I'm just gonna check.
so it's just you and the other one then on the final target.
Yeah, what happens if, because technically I'm eliminated now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's just what
damage
just
twice.
this is what I'm reading.
Yeah, because you're at the final one. Like you've been struggling to that rather than because you've got ahead technically, being able to hit those.
This will be interesting. I wonder whether David didn't think about this situation.
3 contestants.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think what's meant to happen is everyone waits until they go on to the next round, and then we'll do it together.
Oh,
I think that's how I'm meant to be doing it.
Okay.
I see. That
So
would
that would
actually make sense.
Yeah,
Well, then I didn't have to throw twice.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're practicing.
Practice throws.
So
Oh.
round 5. So there's just 2 of you at this point in time. Just you and one other person.
And neither one has advantage or disadvantage, so it's
Correct.
Throw.
hey, you hit.
Whew.
They miss.
All right, that's good.
Always good.
Round 6.
No. Miss.
Miss.
Well, it doesn't really matter whether he misses or not, because it's a reset one way or another.
But still, miss.
Yeah,
It's
that
rolling.
helps. It would help if he misses as well.
It would help you greatly.
Does
Just
that
hit.
include the -2?
It does. He's normally got a +8.
All right.
So round 7.
Fire. No.
Fire in the hole.
Those rolls.
Just not been
Wow.
lucky on this one. And
Yeah.
there it goes.
Yeah.
Dead bullseye.
Typical. I get the good rolls when I don't need them. I don't get the rolls when I need them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying. Well, that's how it rolls. Okay. It was fun.
All right. So, I mean, the only other thing you've got, guys, going on is you can continue to see if you can try and win any of the competitions. You've obviously talked to the Black Hooves, who said they will join if you get 2 others. The Red Rocks said they will join you. The Stone Marches said do a little bit better at the games, and then they will consider it. And so did the Fawn Briars. The Blooded Ears you haven't even. So you could either go back to the first 2 tribes and see what they say, or you could go and have a word with the Blooded Ears and see if they see what they have to say to you.
I mean, we've done better in the competition, so maybe we should ask the Stone Marchers again.
You
Can't
have
hurt.
done an awful lot since you've spoken.
Yeah. Well, might as well. It's what, day 4 of 7?
Day 5.
Of 7,
You're
yeah.
looking at now.
Ooh.
So, being a bit more fluidic. So if I need to increase the days, up to the end. So
Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to talk to as well.
And it is a new day, so you get a bonus. You get the double diplomacy again.
Yeah.
so you're going to talk to the Stone Marches, who they're like little sort of a democracy type thing, where
Yes.
the smaller communities within communities have a voice.
Yeah,
We'll
Flint
talk to the
Thinker.
ones where we can talk to the ones we have a better chance for right first, and then we'll come to. Although knowing the Bloody Eater tribe, we'll probably should talk to them first.
So who are you going to talk to? Head diplomat.
Who do you feel you'll have a better chance with?
Honestly, I feel like I have a better chance against literally any. But
I'd suggest getting the Stone Marchers, and if we can get about that 50% threshold, we can probably get towards the Thornbriars on the lead with the fact we got 3 of them on there. Because basically, once we get them, the Black Hooves can come, because we'll have 2, and what just comes down to the Thornbriar, then the Bloody Deer.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Still, so I guess we can do that.
So you're going to the Stone Marchers then.
Sure.
So quick refresh. The chieftain is Flint
Thinker.
and oh yeah, no, what was it?
Sun Queen Cooperation is a Republic.
Yeah. So he is a middle-aged pony who has a coat of grey with flecks of muted colour that gleam slightly in the sun. He'll probably be talking to some members of his tribe. Once they have finished talking, you will then be able to go and speak to him.
Okay.
So you are welcome. You don't have to basically say everything again if you don't want to, because it's pretty clear what you want to do. It is a diplomacy check,
Okay.
basically. I
Yeah.
just need to
Save my advantage for.
Okay.
Ah,
Are you doing your double roll?
no,
Or-
I'm saving it.
Okay.
I'm still not fully acquainted with them, so it's still a 17. But
So you've done a 15. Okay, so the stone marchers
17.
stay. Sorry, the Flint looks at you as you come through your proposal again. He will say to you, "I've had many of the speakers come to me and speak upon this matter, and it has been decided that if at least 2 other tribes come together and join you, then we will also join you."
So we would need a total of 4 before we can get them.
No, you need at least 2 to
We
agree
need
to
one more.
join.
Basically, the Black Hooves and the Stone Marchers are both saying we need 2 more. we need 2 or more. They're
Yes.
they're going. The Red Rocks have agreed, but the other 2 are basically saying we need.
I will point out the Black Hooves made it clear that if somebody else basically said 2 of them join, they will join. Or clearly they just not spoken to each other. So as long as you get them to speak to each other, they'll probably join because they got technically in their eyes 2 other tribes joining.
Lucky Break will say that he's like, well, I can say that we are in a position. I can say that we are in a position to where, I forgot the name you said.
Black Hooves. Black Hooves and the Red Rock. The Red Rock have agreed unconditionally, and the Black Hooves are waiting on another tribe.
Okay, it's the Black Hooves.
Yes.
He's like, well, the Black Hooves had told us a similar thing. So, if we can get you, we can get them, and vice versa. So it might be worth the 2 of you talking with each other.
He calls over a pony. And basically tells them to run a message to Black Hooves to verify this and return quick. They are sent off at a run. The Stone Marchers are the ones who are good. No, they're good at endurance,
Yes.
not running. He will be back. He will. He won't stop running until he returns.
Well, I hope he stops to talk to some ponies. Otherwise, that makes it awkward.
Yeah?
He just keeps he keeps running in circles around the leader as he's talking to him.
Yeah.
He'll probably return in about 30 minutes. You guys are allowed to go about, talk to those in the tribe, and just hang around while he will speak to other members who are wanting to speak to him. Within the tribe, you will actually find that they are quite welcoming to you. Some have commented on those of you who have won petitions, commenting on the skills and being able to win in that particular field. There'll be those that will also talk about your performances and the story, that may want to obviously know a little bit. So the atmosphere feels positive, at least within this.
The atmosphere feels non-hostile. That is good.
Yeah.
Do I have to wrestle
But the
anybody
pony
here?
turn. Oh,
Huh?
Do I have to wrestle anybody else? I don't want to wrestle
I
people
hope not.
here.
I think you're good. I think you're good. Good.
God.
You will see the sent out dart back in and run to the chieftain. Obviously, relaying some words, and then quickly runs over to a water and basically drinks from it.
I can't imagine why.
Shall we see what
He,
we're talking about?
he speaks to the individuals who are still there, and then once he's finished with that, he waves you over.
Lucky Break would have stayed relatively nearby.
I mean, you would have been sent away, so you can't listen into privation.
Which is fair enough. Like I said, he'd be staying as close as he can without happening to.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, which is
so-
why he waved over.
yeah, he's trying to be ready for when he's raved over, so he's not like has to finish something first. Punctuality. So Lucky Break will go over.
He will say on the agreements that the Black Hooves made, and with backing the rest of the tribe, then the Stone Marchers will join in helping you against this Gemnol menace.
Okay. Lucky Break will say. Okay. Could you repeat what you said?
He's
I
going to
can-
help with.
Basically.
Okay, my brain just
Words.
my brain completely stopped for a second.
Yeah, the short and sweet version is they're gonna help.
Yeah.
If that
You've got 3 people between the Black Hooves, the Red Rock, and the Stone Marchers in agreement.
Yeah. You will find, and because obviously you would have asked for any useful information about the Gemnol King. They will be able to share with you that the Gemnol King has an unusual amulet that, if old legends are true, contains a word of recall ability.
Oh,
It
that
will
would do it.
It will take him to a specific ruin deep in the forest.
And we've got someone that backs up that same information.
Lucky Break thinks. He's like, He nods and he's like, that's actually very valuable information.
What does the amulet contain? You were breaking up.
Word
there.
of recall.
Oh, word of recall. Okay.
And they gave us the place it will be recalled to somewhere.
Yeah, we've got
deep
information
in-
from the Red Rock. They have a place that he's been seen at. So
Mhm.
basically, this is what he keeps getting taken back to.
With such a,
The Red Rocks have said he set up a stronghold somewhere in the. They don't know where exactly.
don't know where exactly. Yeah, but it's deep within his fortifications. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yes, you would have been able to get him to agree to help you.
Lucky Break will say, he's like, very well, we appreciate the aid.
Claire
You'll prove,
would.
you'll
Oh, go
prove
ahead,
more
sorry.
most valuable. Your aid will prove very valuable. This is all the others.
What city are we in? Sorry. What again?
You're not in a city. You're in. You're near Turves.
Near Turbs. Okay.
Claire's going to ask him once he's sort of finished with Lucky Break there, if there's any direct way of pretty much dealing with the Blooded Ear beyond just simply butting heads.
You simply just butt heads.
I
Deal with them direct.
mean, yeah.
Looks very shores himself up. He's feeling confident.
They're not ones for diplomacy.
Okay.
Lucky Break's feeling confident.
As confident as ever.
Will they fold? Okay. Will it take the Thornbriars working with us? Do you feel to get them to fold potentially in regards to helping?
He says he's unsure. Given their current leadership, it's probably you would probably have to all single-handedly beat everybody at the games before they will probably aid you.
Do we have anybody who could single-handedly beat everybody at the games?
No.
No.
Gunter raises his says flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mecha does the thing where she has Zero raise it to. That's a bold-faced lie of Mecha's part. I don't think.
Imagine, like,
Zero-
Gunther raises his flipper and Penguin just like slowly puts his claw over it and just slowly lowers it.
Hold on. Gunter
I
raises his
assume
flipper,
that like
looks very very madly at Pingwing and then starts gesturing at Pingwing, to which now Pingwing is like no, shut up like
Shut up.
yeah, I can just see like Mecha doing that thing with the Zero and Claire bringing her hoof up, and bringing Zero's hoof down, and everyone just hears a grinding sound.
Lucky Break knows that we can't win all the contests.
Yeah.
Has an idea. It's just a very bad one. Lucky Break shorts himself up. and is going to go over to the Bloody Deer clan.
Ooh, who's joining?
Claire is coming because, first of all, she's probably going to try to keep him from getting kicked. And
dear.
probably to, first of all, if he's heading that way, where she can definitely tell it's the bloodied ear.
Would Daffodils know if that's a good idea yet?
It just going over it, we'll be fine. I mean, you can go along to make sure nothing major. So, but going over it, speaking to them, that's the best way to is go over. They're not going to come to you. You have to.
No.
Ferocity and bravery is what they expect, so Lucky Break's going to give them that.
Daffodils will go. I will come along to make sure you do not get killed.
Do you
like
think it's a good
ferocity?
idea
Yeah.
for Guiding to come along?
Probably not, but at the same time, maybe with the flaming thing.
That's
Just
the
got the-
only reason why I consider to send her with you.
Don't flame on.
I would say just basically. I would say not to probably ask if she's got like the artistic questions or anything like that, because that's probably not going to go over well.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh god, this is going to be so weird for Lucky Break to try to do this.
Yeah, Claire has
The
the.
awkward-
We'll have the nightmare the nightmare amulet out though.
His mom is not going to like this.
You did what now?
All right. So you're heading over to the Bloody Deer clan.
Lucky Break, they like for if ferocity and bravery is what they want, that's what they're going to get. At least he's going to do his damnedest.
All right. So
Ferocity and bravery is what they want, then they're certainly not getting it from me.
Ted, that's what the guy.
Oh god.
And then they're gonna be sorely disappointed.
you're coming along. All right. So you head over to the Bloody Deer clan. As you enter, you know you're heavily watched by armed guards. But as you do enter, the center of the camp, you can see two ponies engaged in a mighty. One is dressed in hide armor and wielding a massive double-handed axe. Her foe has a heavy flail spinning in the air above his head. I'm not sure how he's doing it above his head, but it's probably more to the side of his head. As you watch, the axe wielder spins and strikes for the mouth, holding the file, dumbing their opponents as she continues the spin and kicks him in the face. He staggers back, stunned and half blind, as she takes advantage and a few more solid blows drops him to the ground. Barely winded, she turns and marches towards you, boistering. Basically, I can't say the word.
Holstering.
Holstering,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it. The vicious axe as she does.
Claire has a bit of a. She's looking around, like the fact that other people were at the sparring match and all, and sort of a bit more of a sort of a bit more of a content grin at the combat. Like, this takes me back. I miss basic.
As she walks over and looks, I was wondering when you lot were going to come in over here.
I'd like to think that upon seeing her like do all these fancy things, Penguin turns around as if to leave and just runs into Claire. Okay, yeah.
Claire's just going to look to him and go, just sit right there.
Hey.
And we'll point to a little bit back into the side.
Yeah, he goes to the
Lucky
door.
Break will say, we've been a bit preoccupied. We have been preoccupied.
on multiple fronts.
She looks away from Claire and then down to you and goes, "Are you the one talking to everybody here?"
Say what now?
Are you
she
the one
looks
talking
away
to
from
everyone here?
I
She
have
was
been,
with
yes.
Claire.
I have been, yes. As Lucky Break is speaking very firmly. Obviously, I'm speaking in his pitch is a little higher than I'm wanting to do right now. That's just normal for him. But
She
he's
almost
speaking
gives a
and strongly.
she almost gives a dismissive snort at you. And what do you have to say?
I'm trying to think whether it would be a good idea to just demand it, because that's probably what they would want in Lucky Break.
Or do you want Claire to say it?
Lucky Break was just out of character. Lucky Break was intended to try to fight them.
Well, I know, but if the fact that you're sort of coming trying to struggle up the words.
He's not. He wouldn't. Lucky Break wouldn't. I'm just deciding whether or not it would be a demand situation or if it would be.
You don't have to tell me exactly what he says. You can give me the gist of what he's trying to say in what manner, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
All right. So he would say that you bring up the topic to them, but he would say it in a manner that they would want. So if it is a demand, then if it's demanding, then it would be demanding. If not, then it is. But you know what I mean.
You do. This is the issue. The issue here is you have to tell me how. You can't say I want to say it in the way that makes them happy. You have to tell me how you're saying it. You need to know what makes them happy.
So let's see, ferocity and bravery, correct? Yeah, it would be a demand. Demanding of them would be brave.
Bless you, Cat.
It'd be suicidal, but obviously it would be the bravest possible thing.
Suicidal,
you
yes.
demand that you demand that they help you in against the Geminods.
This could be interesting.
You could probably appeal to them using their bravery and their ability to fight.
Yeah, there is that. Like a foe that's willing to fight during basically the prestige for willing to go into the dark blazing.
Yeah.
They're also really a thing for them, as you noticed in the fight.
Yeah. Well, as I said, Claire was looking at the fight more with the warriors kind of look of like appraising how they were swinging, like that kind of thing. Like she would probably say more in the lines of like trying to phrase it like as a fight worthy of like a fight worthy of burning out at. Burning brightly at would be the. So what would you want me to roll?
In regards to obviously what Lucky's commanded her assistant Geminods, she does laugh, but it's not like a mean. It's something what.
It's spirited, like it's like someone has the guts to try.
Yeah.
She likes your enthusiasm.
She goes, perhaps you do have some bravery in you. She pulls out her her battle axe, and she actually slams it down into the ground, but does it intentionally right in front of Pigwin.
I'm upping him to 9. Pigwing does that thing where he goes squawk and he like goes
Lucky Break would have made it
falls onto
just
his
before.
back and falls onto his back and starts to like no and he gets to going like behind Claire or something.
She just says the two words and the commanding tone.
And he kind of just stands up a little bit, and he's now just like his flight mode has been enabled.
She does you can roll me diplomacy now, Mike.
I am going to use the advantage on this one.
Go take that advantage.
Come on. And 26.
Is it 6 or 7?
It's +2. Each one of them is half my character level.
Okay.
All right. So, she finishes her laugh and looks back down at you, Lucky.
Next level it'll be a +4. That's next level.
You speak big words for such a small thing, but we have no intentions of aiding our enemies. Go and do your own dirty work. But you can tell she does give a smirk and basically pulls her battle axe out of the ground and walks back into basically her the crowd gathered there looking for her next opponent.
Lucky break.
I was gonna say
Secretly, Pingwing.
Oh my god, I hate that I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna lose so bad. Lucky break is not a fighter, but it's the one way that he can. It is pretty much the one way he's expected since.
Yeah,
Don't
is she
fight
unarmed?
yourself, if that's
Huh?
what you're thinking of. Don't fight yourself if that is what you're thinking of.
I want to point out that Gunter, to her words, has bravely hopped off of Pingwing and is stepping forward. Unless somebody is stopping.
Yeah, Claire has
Yeah.
a discreet hoof for.
He looks very
But-
disappointed.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the challenge, she will kill you.
Very bravely, he nips Claire's hoof.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that
you would
was
see
towards Lucky Break.
the pony she fought beforehand has been dragged off the pitch to be steamed.
Actually, I want to try something really quick. Let me see this.
To be fair, it is hard to kill Lucky Break.
Is this like we're just trying to earn their favor by being really favorable kind of deal?
I
Guys-
mean, this was the initial meeting. You definitely haven't insulted. You've definitely left a mark, but they're definitely not interested in giving you aid at the moment.
And well, okay.
And there's also, you guys are missing something that was said. We're not. You remember the words? We're not going to aid our enemies. So the Geminols have bought these.
No. They see you as enemies as well as the Geminols.
Yeah, and Daffodils would correct you. They pretty much every in the
well,
outside world as enemies.
Well, they're looking for a challenge, right?
Then they aren't looking at you, Pingwing.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is that he's doing this thing where he's like thinking, no, stupid. But if he's trying to like steal himself up.
The problem is we have 2 days left, and there's no way we're going to be able to win enough contests to be able to get this one. And Lucky Break, the way what Lucky Break wants to do with his goal, he believes strongly in his ideal, what he wants to do. So Lucky Break is going to...
If he's going to try to step into things, I want to ask you one thing. Given that Claire was watching the fight, like, how much stronger would you say in terms of skill is the leader than Claire is at the moment?
A lot higher. Probably about double.
About level 6 or so?
Higher.
Hi.
Okay. So this is someone that's...
Oh, I'm thoroughly expecting Lucky Break to not be able to defeat her.
I think I have either going to be level 8 or level 9. Because I know there are stats for her that I can use for her that comes later on in pilots.
Pingwing is
Lucky Break's player is gotta assure himself. Is gonna assure Lucky Break's player has to gain the confidence to do this. Lucky Break will say, then Lucky Break will say, then how can we prove that we're not your enemy?
She just says back to you, I don't think you ever could.
Then Lucky Break, because Lucky Break would at least try. The worst case scenario, if we fail, we fail.
You're forgetting the thing with Blaze is that if you're weak, you're not worthy. And if you try and fail, then you basically sealed the fact that they'll never work with you out of character.
Out of character, we're not going to get them to work with us anyway.
So we'll leave. That's the thing. Like, they've made their statement. We've made our point. It's not worth trying. So we'll work on the Thornbriars.
So Lucky Break is going to, but Lucky Break will want.
Please don't pull a Water Lotus.
Lucky Break's goal is important to him.
Yeah, but this is someone that will probably perfectly willing to kill you too. So, are you willing to risk your character completely? Because this is someone that is chaotic evil. This is someone that will kill you without a second shred of thought. And I'm saying this from the neutral evil standpoint.
Are we being left alone, or are we being kicked out? By the way,
you haven't been kicked out, no.
Okay. Yeah. And she's gone off to have another fight, right?
Yeah. Well, see if there's anyone else who can fight her, or if she's gonna whip herself. That's
bravery is what Lucky Break is banking on. Lucky Break.
She lost interest in you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Break would unfortunately try.
Can I knock Lucky Break out?
You have a sap.
I mean,
you can also restrain.
Restrain, grapple.
Yeah, Claire is one thing, but she's not about to let him try to throw his life away for something like this.
I'll give you this, Lucky. You obviously sort of get a determined look on your face, and you start to go and stroll over, and about at least probably 3 people stop you, I think.
Yeah.
At least. Including Daffodils, probably.
That was who I was going. Daffodils, Claire, Guiding were my 3 people stopping.
Be like, I highly suggest against whatever you're thinking.
You will find your time to burn brightly. This is not the time.
Burning brightly is one thing. Dying brightly is a completely different story.
Oh, God. Because based on what I've gathered so far, there's no possibility.
Yeah, this is a no-win, basically.
Literally no possible way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have to make everybody agree.
Which
You don't have to get everybody on your side. It's just the more, the better. So if you don't get the worst one out of them, it's not the end of the world.
Hmm.
And that's speaking
Cole,
out
I
of
said you-
character. Cole,
Cole,
I'm on
Parcel, yep.
I'm on Do Not Disturb on Discord, so it doesn't ping me.
that's
Ah, I see. So, Daffodils would agree with Claire, and she would also tell you that they tend to be rather difficult to work with, and they often fight with the other tribes as well. They're only, how you say, friendly when they are here.
How did they join up in the first place? How were they convinced?
Good question.
this will be when the bardic one with the ancient where the tribes jump, and he'll basically go, well, when Tervs united us all together, we and the Terv and the code. Actually, no, I'm going to read this. There's a bit about this. I need to read this.
out of character, there's got to be a way to succeed. That would be really shittily designed to not have any way to succeed.
Probably,
I
if I
mean,
were if I were to hazard a guess, it's we don't convince them now, we convince them later. Is
So
the view I would
the-
guess.
The individual turns and says, well, when Tervs put the tribes together, they were brought together under certain customs that all the clans uphold with each other. One of these customs you met us on, which is a tradition of a seeker going on a quest when you are old enough to be an adult and completing that quest. All the tribes will let a seeker pass through their territories, even if we happen to be in open warfare with each other. One of the biggest other ones is the gathering we're here, which we hold every 3 years, and again, that is something that all the tribes uphold come here. There are also many others, codes and customs that we live by, stealing each other's capital to other sort of skirmishes, how the spoils are agreed upon after stealing the place.
You're breaking up pretty badly for me.
Yeah.
No,
I got like half of that.
They have formal rating policies and other things like that. Basically, they're co-aligned, but at the same time, they could rise and fall based on the actions of inter-clan warfare.
Yeah, but how did they?
Yeah.
How did
Terps
they?
is the one that said this, but he's talking about the Seekers, which is something that is considered a neutral party to all, regardless of the fact of what they're stating is. And with that, Claire's going to look to the Red Rock Bard and ask, what does becoming a Seeker entail?
It is your journey when you come of age and your quest.
I think that was a misunderstanding because Guiding was wondering how were they convinced to join in the first place? How were they convinced to cooperate?
Tergs himself did. How?
Yes.
How?
It is believed he come back with a mighty artifact that none of the tribes could disagree with his authority because of this.
A mighty what?
Artifact.
Artifact. It's known as the Spear of Turves. And with that, he united the tribes into what they are now. And since then, it has remained that way.
What happened to the spear?
It is believed to be lost when Turves went to go and find a mighty challenge, which is believed to be a dragon up the mountain.
You're talking about to the east.
No, the north. Off the map. It's not on the map currently.
Okay.
It's not on this map.
Yeah, it's somewhere over that way.
Okay.
When the map expands, you will see them.
Lucky break.
As it is said, whoever wields the spear, and if the spear allows you to wield it, you will be seen as the overriding authority to all of the tribe's turfs. But the spear has to accept you.
Lucky break is Lucky break is going to, after the party blocks him off and everything, Lucky break is going to just walk away.
Okay, which way is he headed?
Follow him quite easily.
Yeah, no, I'm not quiet. Let's be honest here. I'm as subtle as a elephant tap dancing.
Lucky break is, well, he's obviously not. The thing you can tell, he's not going back. He seems to be walking away from where all. Period.
Okay, well, Claire is going to follow, as she's not going to say anything, but she will sort of follow as he walks away. Though we'll very quietly turn ahead if he wants to voice whatever he has to say, but isn't going to say anything.
Lucky break will just stop, turn to Claire, and he's like, I kind of want to be alone for a little bit.
Okay. She's very simply going to say, just promise me you will not go back and try for the moment. I would rather not have to bring back your body.
He's like, you don't have to worry about that.
Fair enough. I will hold you to your word on that.
He's like, I don't lie and I never have.
Okay. With that, she'll let him have his peace. Like, she just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to do anything foolish.
All right.
If there will be another fight happening, Guiding would stay behind and to watch.
Yeah, there probably would be another fight. You're allowed to watch. No one moves you or does anything like that. Probably get some looks and stuff, but that's really about it. Nothing too openly hostile.
Can she ask about the rules?
It's
what about the combat?
Yeah, because her understanding is that, and she's going to explain it, because there will probably be quite a few odd looks at that. That all the other competitions that were held officially had quite a few rules, which she found stifling to some extent.
This one is not a competition. It's just to prove one's worth. And 2 individuals enter, 1 leaves standing.
So you could fight
Seems
with all
pretty
your
strict.
abilities.
You could, but you cannot have anything given to you before you enter. Only what you take in with you. Only what you take in with you can use.
tools.
So items. Okay. I see.
It is a lesser form of the.
You're breaking up.
It is a lesser form. Trial by combat. It's called.
I see.
Tradition by combat or something like that.
Mhm.
Except this one is not to the death.
Well, that
Though-
would be silly.
Though accidents do happen.
She'll
Big
shrug at that.
fat air quote. Just be like,
Yeah, she's gonna watch the fight to the end, and then she's gonna head back to the others.
The fight is pretty brutal. Full on like stabbing, blood, and all that sort of thing.
stabbing blood, that
in
sort of thing.
Yeah. Probably this one you'll probably find the neither individual yield until the other one is flawed.
Well, that's certainly an unusual way of fighting. Do they learn the same way? I mean, everybody learns how to fight, so does that happen in the same manner, or?
This doesn't seem to be much of a learning experience. It's more two fighters testing their abilities against each other.
Oh yeah,
a bit of
I
a
understand
raw
that.
duel.
But if they, I'm just Guiding is just interested in how they train.
That none of that's happened here. You will not see any tribes person training.
And does she get an answer on asking about it?
We don't show our enemies. They just see us at our strongest.
Ah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah. Then she'll watch the fight to the end, and then she'll head out.
All right. Let me give you some additional bits of information now that you've actually visited all the tribes. Out of all of the tribes, the Blooded Ear clan looks to be the smallest. The biggest one appears to be the Red Rocks and the Stone Marchers. The Thorn Barbs do seem to be pretty large, though the Black Hooves also do appear to be a little bit on the smaller side in regards to a clan. I won't give you exact population, but that gives you an idea of what they are.
Okay, see, the Bloody Deer was smallest. The Red Rock was largest. Okay, Black Hooves was
as well
smaller.
as
As was what? I'm sorry?
Stone Marchers were also one of the largest.
Despite having lost so many during the Exodus.
It's probably because of the fact that everyone has a voice, is why. Like, basically, even though the smallest and the roughest still has a voice.
The gruffest.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So for the rest of the day, what are we gonna do? Do we have some time left on this day?
You do. You can talk to the phone, because you've done a bit more fighting. You threw Pigwin into the deep end. You can see if they would be willing to join you.
Well, once we get Lucky Break back,
Yeah.
or basically you'd be sending Claire in there, and you don't want that. Yeah, that's the threat. Like, it's like we're going to talk to the Thornbriars now. We're sending Claire in to negotiate.
Lucky Break probably doesn't return for several hours.
Mhm.
do you want to have a go at the tug of war?
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, no.
Why not?
Oh.
No, no.
Penguin's
Well,
been
Alright.
kicking himself all
he
day.
performed. Yeah, he performed much better than expected. Let's be honest. Penguin was thrown in the deep end with sharks and bloodied water,
You
and he
almost
managed
won.
to.
I
You
feel like
almost
a
won.
more analogous metaphor would be he got thrown into a tank with 2 killer whales, or a sea lion. Gunter like hides in his bag. Hide.
As I said, like you performed admirably despite being at a disadvantage.
And I
They
should
eat
have.
penguins like nachos.
He's like kicking himself. Are we? Is that one fighting lady? She's not around us right now, is she?
No, we've gone back.
Okay, cool. Context is lost on me sometimes. So he just kind of just like, I really should have offered to fight so long as she let me use magic. I feel I could have done pretty well. And
Claire
yeah,
would have shaken her head like it's more than that. A bit more of a trained eye, and she would have done very, very mean things that I would have to potentially bring you back in a box, and I would rather not. I'd rather like you whole and
I'm not that
intact.
bad at fighting when I'm allowed my book. And he points to the
I
book.
know, but I could tell that her ability to fight was well above things. That includes the nature of resisting magics and the very useful ones that you do.
In
That was
wrestling
certainly
terminology,
that
she
was
was
a lot
well
of-
above your weight class.
Like he just says that was a very long list of words that you could have summed up with. You think that I can't take her on? He turns his beak.
Not at the moment, no. But with
I
practice,
don't
and
think
all,
it's a matter of thinking. I'll leave it
Yeah, pretty much a known.
Well, like he's just like I said, he's been kicking himself all day, you know. People.
and Claire didn't say that it wasn't it was just a bad idea at the moment. Not that he couldn't do it later.
Gunter comes at you. You don't have to. You don't have to argue with me. I'm just playing Penguin. Like, Penguin. Gunter jumps off his bag and he gives her a the put 'em up flippers. Put 'em up. He's like,
Claire chuckles, and you spend that with him. Like, get him to feeling like he did good for all these blasting himself with self-doubt. He did good here. So
Gunter headbutts
you get him
into
to
her hooves. The coward. The coward.
she just pets Gunter very on the head with a hoof, like get him to feeling better, okay?
Nips.
Yeah. She just waves him on, and you go do your thing like you're supposed to. I know you've got a good brain in there.
And then he turns around. He lets go of the hoof reluctantly. Looks toward Penguin, and headbutts Penguin. Thunk. Penguin looks back. Are you done? And he's just like doing that dizzy.
Are you done?
He's doing that like dizzy. I just hit my head against something, kind of deal. Okay. Well, you want to keep on doing that? I'm not gonna stop you. You just look very dumb.
She'll point out a spot. You want to hit right here. That gets a better reaction.
Oh no, we're encouraging the penguin.
And with the new advice, Penguin is more apt to listen. Okay, I got it. Stop.
That's better. You should listen to Gunter more. He wants the best for you.
Oh no, he gets himself into trouble way too much. This is
Well, that's the thing. Like,
This
you
is the
can
one
just
in
give him to
25
Becca.
moment when I actually listen to
Calling pad.
Just if he starts getting into trouble, give him to Becca. They can get into trouble together. Okay?
Do you think that's a good idea?
It'll be entertaining.
Mecca and Gunter are not allowed to be with each other to plan evil things for more than 10
They're not allowed to be alone with each other in the same room.
I wouldn't call it planning.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Gunter is still. He's doing the thing that penguins do when they slap somebody. Slap, slap, slap. But he's doing it to penguins' claws. Slap,
Yep.
slap, slap. Now look what you've done. You've made him think that he's some kind of boxing Casanova.
Well, are you going to sit there moping? Or are you going to show him how it's done?
I will continue sitting here moping because I don't want to feel embarrassed that my penguin's still going to win.
Claire is just going to sort of bop him lightly. Like,
Ow.
you need to stop feeling down on yourself. You did well.
There's
And
nowhere to go but up. That is my motto.
Then start living it and stop saying all these things. If you can do that, you can do that.
We'll buy you some weights and you can start lifting.
No, I'm gonna keep being down on myself, and I don't think that it's not warranted. And he looks down all dejectedly.
Okay.
All right. So, does anyone? I mean, there's not. Most of you have already done most of the games and stuff like this, and it's sort of pushing to obviously bringing the gathering to an end. Obviously you want to. Obviously, you want to do tug of war, which you can. Obviously, you do want to talk to the fawns as well.
I don't think it'd be a good idea if I did the tug of war.
Well, we could throw Roderick in there with Claire, see how things go.
Right. But obviously, Lucky sort of headed off for a bit, and don't believe he makes an appearance until the sun.
Actually, strange question. Would I be able to use the anatomy from Heal in regards to the one thing with the questions about some of the old the old views of how humors and stuff like that of the body might be in regards to the puzzles and the riddles?
No, you wouldn't be able to do that, I'm afraid.
Okay, no, it was a curious question, one of those strange thoughts,
No, that's fine. Who was it who wanted to do the tug of war?
Guiding and Claire, I believe.
Yeah,
okay.
Give it one more good old college try.
One more try. Okay.
Yeah. I get to watch.
Alright, let me grab us the tug of war. Okay, let's see who you're.
You are a fat cat.
Alright. This one and this one.
Oh, again, come on.
They've come out of retirement just for you.
The exact same as last time.
I think these ones have got. I hate to say it, but I think these ones have got more con than the last ones.
No, it was 3232, I believe. Oh no, you're right. It was 3322. God. Well, we're gonna try. We'll see.
Yep. As I said, why not? Win or lose. It's I had fun with it.
Yep.
14. Okay. Alright, so I have my numbers for you guys. We're gonna go for round one. Fight.
Woo!
Oh.
And there we go.
and the counter.
Well, we're exactly average.
Alright.
And they're
okay.
not.
Well, I think Claire beat them by herself. Herself.
Oh my lord.
Oh God. That's a good start. God damn it.
16 to 24.
Yeah.
Why am I
Yeah,
just
so you
picturing
guys were-
guiding being picked up off the ground by the rope as Claire just pulls it back?
Well, clearly what happened was the gong went, and Gunnar was like, "Oh, is that to go?" And you're like, "Ah!"
And Clarence is at the back here, just literally just holding it.
So you guys will get a +10 bonus because at the end.
You made headroom,
This is second.
mostly because of Claire.
Second round. So if you've got a 10 or a 12, you are -2.
32, 42.
So they're not doing too. Well, they talk to big talk, but I don't think they win
Walk
this one.
the big walk.
Ha! Eat dust.
All right. Well, you guys would go to the second.
Claire
then.
has a bit of a happy smile, but she'll go to congratulate them on a good try, since this was a rematch for them.
No, it wouldn't be the same lot, because that would be very difficult to pull off to get two of the same people exactly the same. But you would have equal sort of division. So let me just.
So now for the
There we go.
difficult part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can still not as strong. Okay, so.
What was that again?
So they would be strength. Okay. Just so that, and then okay, he's got that much strength, which would be plus that much. And then what are their con scores? Right. Reasonable.
Well, that was below average. The other one?
What?
was
No,
above
2d6? Oh, wait, yeah.
average. Yeah,
Okay.
7.
I thought it was 2d4, like, wait a minute.
The first one was 2d4, so that was one above average, and the other one was one below average. It's all good, I think. That's how that works, right?
Yep, as I said.
All right, I have their stats, and good luck. And I'm trying to do slash round. Round 1, second round.
Round 1. Fight. Ding ding.
Again, slow start for guiding.
25.
These are definitely the brutes of the Tuggle. First one. I'm atrociously. So.
11,
Wow.
32 to 25. 7 points.
To who?
They have 7 points
I had
ahead.
7 points, yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. So it's also round 2.
Ah, bad roll. Oh well.
Ooh. Well, they might still roll ones.
Wow.
Oh
I
my
swear I'm not doing
word.
that on purpose.
24, so
24
No,
to 17.
another 7-point difference. Still 7 points.
Third time.
Buddy falls from the sky.
Isn't it the third time you predicted a 1 today?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
All right. So we're on round 3. So anyone who has +2, you're taking -2 now.
I'm taking -2.
Okay.
So that is a... Waiting for the roll to go through.
hmm
There we go. 16.
33. Or 31.
So he gets this much. He is that much.
22 to... it's a 9-point difference
It's
in our
9 point
favor.
difference.
Okay. Round 4 then. Anyone with a +3 now takes a -2, and then everybody else obviously negative.
So -4 to this one.
8.
8.
And nope. Oh well.
So do you take a minus?
No, I have an 18 con.
Okay, so it's a 12 in total.
So they will take down 2. So that's that.
Nope, they've got the potential right here. So they're 6 ahead. 6.
Yeah, plus
And
18.
then they've got a 30 to 12, so it's 18 points.
18 points. Okay, so they're going to get a plus 10 to their next.
Yep.
So it's round 5.
Minus 6 to that, so that's a
7.
7.
And yeah.
Alright, so.
Oh yeah, it's round. Oh no, it's round 5. So
Yeah.
Roll a d20. That's a d20. He has a.
so that's a 13, and we have what?
A 17.
But they get a 10.
So it's
bonus.
23, so they're still.
Less than 10 ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're equal again.
I actually forgot about an ability. Forgot one.
All
Huh.
right.
Round 6.
Round 6.
I take minus 8 now.
I forgot about
That
one.
makes that a 6.
And that is we have a 22.
22? Oh, you mean overall? Sorry.
Yeah.
Overall.
We have a 22, yeah.
Okay. So they're taking.
Double one.
He's
double.
minus 2. And he is minus 1 last time.
That little voice in the background. One.
If I say it every time, I'm going to be right at some point.
True.
So we are
what's
ahead
your-
by 10. Or actually, because
10.
they still have a
We're
plus
10
10.
All right. So you guys will get a plus 10. Round 7.
That's good because I'm at minus 10.
God.
Round 7.
That's a 7.
7 and let's see, minus 4. 21, so we're at 31.
So 31. Okay. So these guys. Nick minus 4.
How do you arrive at that?
Because he was at minus 2, so he goes down to.
No. I mean, Claire. How do you arrive at 21?
My con score is basically we get the plus 10 at the end. I have a minus 4.
Yeah, that's 8 and mine is 7. That's 15. That's 25.
Sorry, yeah, well, you're right. I'm doing math wrong.
Alright. And then he is minus 5. Okay.
So 12 to
25.
27. Yeah.
We
So
were at
25 to 13 to 25.
12.
That's how the dice are
12
being
to
today,
25.
everyone.
Oh yeah, 12.
So you're ahead by 10 still.
Yep.
Let me just check some. So this is the second time you're ahead by 10, correct?
Yep.
Then you win. Just double check. If they win by 10 or more, then roll again. But the person who won the previous round adds 10. A second win by 10 or more in a round will win. You guys will win.
Yay!
That is impressive.
That is lucky.
I believe that's the first time somebody's actually won the tug of war.
Yeah, we've tried like 4 times, but
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
we won.
success is a success.
It was a statistical inevitability.
We'll just go with that.
Lucky.
Guide
did
will
you?
probably fall over. She's at a minus 10.
It all hurts.
Everything hurts.
Lucky. Would you want to see the the people I can never remember the name of?
Thornbriars.
Thornbriars.
Thornbriars, that's the word. Do you want to talk to the Thornbriars the following day?
Yeah. Lucky Break would do it the following day. He knows he still has some responsibility. It.
No, that's fine.
So I would, yeah. So the rest of the party does not see Lucky Break till tomorrow.
Yeah, he said he wanted his space, so Guiding's gonna leave him to that.
Alright. So, for the next day, Guiding, you feel sick. You currently have the second condition.
Woo!
That was way too much excitement for second condition.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, it's good that I'm getting that
other
now
than-
and not on the previous one.
I know. But Lucky, you would be able to go in and talk to Briars.
Yeah,
Remember.
about the next morning, Lucky Break finds him. Will come back to the camp slowly. He's not moving very quickly. He's not better.
It's like the walk of shame, but not.
He's not feeling better per se, but he knows he has responsibility, so he can't just sit by himself and feel bad forever.
Alright. So, you will once again go and see the matriarch. I mean, we've got a good idea of what you will say to them. It's basically saying, prove ourselves now, we've done my companions' war. So it really does come down to see if you can convince them.
So, I have a question, because this is relevant, because I actually forgot I had an ability.
Okay.
Great. Are these rolls to improve a creature's attitude toward us?
No. It won't be, because you're not improving what they think of you, it's more at the tribe at large.
Okay. So I actually forgot I had an ability. I forgot I had it.
The hell was that?
I'm shuffling a deck of cards.
Oh, okay. It's like, what?
Messing with, just keeping my hands busy.
Fair enough.
You can make your.
Claire, do you do that before or after? Before we go to the Thornbriars?
What? Which one are you asking?
You said you went to go on to see and be.
Yeah, basically we would have done this was after the competition.
I misread that. You're following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I misread that. Okay, yeah, so.
Alright, so, you go and state your case. You probably use the fact that you've now got 3 tribes who have agreed to join you. Let's see where it gets you.
Okay. No skills. Adventure. I have no intention on. I guess I don't have any real intention. So. I might as well use the advantage here.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
We've already got the 2 of them, so. $25.
25. Okay, so with that and with the and the fact that you also actually have 3 others, they will agree to assist you. They will also be able to tell you this information in regards to the Gemnol King. They also know about the tunnels in the ruins and know that there is a ruined temple that was once the heart of both the tunnels and the ruins.
Can you repeat that second thing real quick? I heard about temple in the heart.
Yeah, I just want to make sense of it myself. Okay. They also know about the tunnels in the ruin and know that there is a ruined temple that was once the heart of both the tunnels and the ruins. I think it means they intercepted it.
Okay, yeah. The heart of both.
I think that's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay. Yeah, the temple basically is the nexus point of both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this was from the Briars. I need to mark that.
Lucky Break will say, "Well, I appreciate." We appreciate you, and we look forward to working with you."
They give a nod. May your tribe prove themselves even more worthy.
He nods. He's like, I believe that is something you won't have to.
Okay.
Lucky Break will not be participating in any more of the games unless asks him to, and even then he might not.
Well, I mean, that was, given its current state, that's probably as much as anyone you guys can do, other than really enjoy the fun bits of the gatherings, watch more games, and watch the final night's performance, which probably would reenact something to do with turfs, to be honest.
Well, again, like Claire would probably be studying more about some of the history and the legends, if nothing else, because again, just something like it seemed a little unusual that someone like, given the fact that he united a very discorporate bunch of people into a pretty cohesive whole for the most part, and then just left. It was a little unusual.
So the gist of it that you get is so it basically tells of the legend of the original founder, which is of the tribes, a mighty warrior pony called Terz, who laid down the laws and the codes that still follow to this day. It also speaks that his spear spoke to him in his heart and guided him, and that the spear can be wielded by a true heir of Turn, and all the tribes would have to bow before the wielder. It then goes on to speak is that after he founded the clan, Turds grew restless and determined to face one final challenge. He climbed to high into the mountain, high in the mountains, near a.
You said Dragon's Lair, I think, before.
Near a frozen volcano, where he would do challenge to the Lady of the Flame, but sadly never returned. And it basically sort of dramatizes that sort of story.
Okay.
Guiding would definitely take have a look at that performance. If she does nothing else during that day.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is probably more of their like closing ceremony. As the next day everyone's going to be starting to pack up and start to disperse.
Claire will be thinking about the geography. Probably not going to find much, but definitely she's something to check back when she gets back to the place.
Anything else? Okay. Other than that, probably have tell you will have probably Night Blessing and Dawn Rising come and wish you goodbye, along with Daffodil and Lark Song as well.
It was a fun and engaging experience.
They will say that should their traditions allow it, that they will see if you can be invited when their wedding takes place.
Well, Rick would say, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that would be great.
But perhaps we shall meet you in battle when we fight against the Gemnols then.
Yeah. He's like, of course.
We will see you there, and he will go to at least offer to at least sort of shake the hooves of each of those that were willing to offer and pledge aid. She would.
You'll probably feel a bit lucky. Will probably just be formalities. We're going to each of the tribes and basically just getting them to put their mark on a bit of paper to show that they agree to obviously pledge aid to Turks, because civilization places what have who are lawful, not chaotic, tend to have paperwork. This lot.
Paperwork.
You probably, for each of them, you probably have to show them where they have to put their mark, and most of them will probably just stamp a hoof on it, to be honest. None of them actually, when you ask them to sign, it's quite clear none of them know how.
Lucky Break would obviously know that, so he would just get...
Just like a Hordrick symbol would be easier.
Yeah. He would get more relevant things. He would get things that would be more relevant.
Yeah. Or I think at least for some of them, they'll possibly would even pass it to somebody who they call sage, and tell them to put their mark, the tribe's mark, upon the paper. And you'll probably have to wait half an hour while paint the tribe's mark.
Which is fine.
You will also probably find that the marks are bigger than the area to sign, but it's fine.
Yeah.
The gesture's there.
It doesn't matter.
Upon doing all of that, though, you would then obviously pack up your stuff and head back to civilization. No longer being surrounded by tribal ponies.
Warm water, bathing, woo!
Yes, there's definitely going to be some of that. Again.
Yes.
Lucky Break would would change back into his formal attire.
I know actually, Night Blessing and Dawn Rising will travel with you to also finalize discussions as well. So they're actually coming with you.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
And they actually wish to be taken to your general, who's General Moonshadow, so they can discuss matters further directly with him.
Yep, that's fine. He's on the way. He'd be on the way anyway.
Yeah, I think it'll be a slight detour, but that it won't cause too much of an issue.
Very well. Lucky Break would express the appreciation for their coming with.
The general will be very eager to hear your thoughts and to find out how many clans have agreed to join.
Yeah, everyone but the one.
Yeah. With that, he will once he gets your information with them, he'll put together a report quickly to be given to the Queen and for you to take it to her directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, obviously, you guys are troops all the way back to Ville once again, to where you can, yes, bathe and everything else.
Bathe and feel normal again.
In the trap, both Mecca and Guiding, you guys will feel a little bit sort of lethargic and a little bit fatigued while traveling. More than normal. You're used to some walking, but you're feeling a bit fatigued, and it's taking its toll a little bit. Pair of you.
Yeah, Claire would definitely notice that and see about what's wrong.
You at the moment you can't tell. You've only got your traveling equipment because you're dealing with potentially dealing with more actual wounds and maybe poisons and stuff. You need to get them back for an examination to tell them exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Field, the equivalence of field equipment versus actual proper stuff.
This is something that's going to require a little bit more. You need your office for this, basically, to work out what's going on.
Yeah.
All the normal stuff isn't making sense.
Yeah.
So, upon getting back to the palace, the Queen will be very impressed about how well you did, and you all will be rewarded 1,700 gold pieces for your fine work.
You said 1,700 gold pieces?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy shit.
1,700.
Well, I mean, you just did do a thing, like a big thing. So it's like, you guys earned it. If anything.
It would be interesting to know how much more we would have gotten if we had all 5 tribes.
I don't think you could have gotten the final one at this point.
You can. There are obviously stuff to do with it, but it's ridiculously hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculously hard to get the final tribe.
Yeah.
I imagine you probably have to challenge people consecutively through most of the time you're there.
I mean, you guys were close to the point where you could attempt to try and convince them, but you were already done most of the stuff where you were hitting high points with. So you were pushing the boundaries, but I think you would have had to do something spectacular to try and do it. I'll be back in just a moment. I do need to nip to the loo, I'm afraid, guys.
Yep, that's fine.
That spectacular thing would have been me with succeeding at wrestling.
Yeah, we all go into the categories where we're really bad at.
And
We just beat everybody.
I still can't believe apparently the dice listened to me today in my askance, because like if you remember what I put at the beginning of the thing.
Yeah.
Some words.
You appeal to Nuffle.
I appealed to Nuffle and Nuffle responded.
I appeal to Caesar.
I should point out that Pingwing is very good at using his magic in combat. A point where I think I could have actually won if I was to fight that one person. And she would have allowed magic.
Yeah, dice, please. Can we get can we have a good suite of rolls for us today for once in your matters? And
Sure enough.
after cursing the dice, yeah,
It only took cursing the dice.
I just wonder what the price I'm gonna have to pay for that is.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, because Nuffle gives, Nuffle takes, but Nuffle always enacts a price for it.
The giving and the taking?
Yeah, it's Nuffle.
Snuffle.
Master, oh, Nuffle is taken again. Aha!
What the fuck? I'm slightly disturbed now.
I have to do my voices. I also DM and I do all the different voices, so I got a
I
lot
am
of
still
voices.
slightly scared now. I'm slightly concerned.
Don't be scared, friend.
We got to
I didn't-
see a
Oh,
I
rare.
didn't say scared, I said
of the
concerned.
little one with the very weird voices. He's just a little schizophrenic.
We got to see Penguin out of his element, and it was glorious.
Yes.
It was.
The-
It
only way
glorious.
that could have been better is if he had won.
That
the
would have been
revenge.
epic.
He almost did. He
Twice.
almost did.
He almost won twice.
Twice. Not once. Twice.
That would have been perfect.
And with this, if I continue to join in on the Sunday sessions, I'm actually going to have to make a character now.
Yeah.
Even if it only does remain temporary, because... Yeah.
Well, usually, whenever I have guest star characters, I always have to give them a this is where you're coming in and this is where you're getting out. Like, if you
I
set
don't-
that- if you
I
set the
want
set
it to
second
be-
stipulation, they become more
It-
permanent.
It's more... The issue isn't that I don't want to be permanent. The issue is if and when I start working again, that's going to mess everything up. So... That will be something I will discuss with... I've already started working on a character, so I'm about halfway there. I just need level information and stuff like that.
If I would have had challenges for screenplays or speech writing or essay
I will say this. You're gonna have another small character in the group, I'm sorry.
Oh no. Oh, no, another
Oh,
one.
man.
my backup character for this, I'm really wanting to see if we'll let it. My backup character I want for people isn't Duck or anything, it's actually Thumbtack.
Oh god.
Oh, I would love Thumbtack
I
to
didn't
beat Roderick.
I didn't even realize that there was already a tiny character in the group and a hippogriff in the group until I decided to make a pygmy hippogriff. And Matt's like, yeah, they've already got a hippogriff. Two of them, actually, I think.
No, I'm just
No,
Griffin.
I'm the only one.
Oh, you're just Griffin?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a small griffin, and
We have a
Pygmy's the
small
hippogriff.
griffin and a hippogriff. Now you're going to have a small hippogriff. You're welcome.
Hmm.
Yep. Birds to the left of me, birds to the right of me, and
started,
I'm looking
it
down at you,
started from
Roderick.
It started from the concept of I wanted to make a hippogriff based on a pygmy owl. And it went from there.
Have you ever seen Thumbtack by chance? Miss Pygmy?
No, I have not. Enlighten
Oh.
me.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
You can
you're,
show him.
you're in for a treat.
All right. So you think that you have a small griffin? My griffin is at the bottom of the Pathfinder sizing scale.
Oh
Yes.
God.
I do.
How did
I,
you-
I,
I want to know how you pulled this off for starts, but
hold on.
Alright,
Here-
I'm back. Sorry about
There you
hold
go.
on.
Welcome
I'm
back.
being,
Welcome
I'm
back.
being introduced to Thumbtack. Hold on.
that. Oh, okay.
An actual in-scene moment with him. Ah, bless him.
Oh dear. I suppose, Matt, this means if I want to stay doing stuff in this group, I'm actually going to have to finish making my character now.
Yes. If you want to take part in anything further at this point, you would.
That's fine. I'm already halfway there.
Alright. So, we're almost finished here, so I won't do too much more. I think, well, at least I believe, this would be the point where you guys probably should level up.
Woo.
Oh.
Yay! I can now fit fit in spaces that are even smaller than I should be.
Oh, we gained a level?
Yeah, you gained a level.
I mean, after all that, I think you deserve it.
Yeah.
Neato.
I'm not going to say no to that.
Do I want to go to level 4?
Well,
bars?
now I have a level to work with for my character that may or may not only temporarily be joining, but we'll see.
Yep, level 4.
I would certainly hope to make it permanent.
I
But,
get this now.
I find it funny that we get an ability score bonus to this, and part of me for half a second was just like, +1 to strength because he did a damn fine job.
Take it.
No.
Take
plus
it.
one,
No.
+1 to strength because he did a damn fine job.
Oh, we get an attribute as well. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That
As
is
well as a
why.
weapon armor attunement option, yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you doing, Cat?
Oh, automatic. Oh, bonus progression. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's...
+1/+1. We can take one weapon to a +1.
Yeah,
Counts as magic.
yeah. I think you basically get your magical weapon.
Well, shit. I use natural weapons.
You
can
can
select
put it-
those.
You can select. You can put it on one claw. You can't put it on the other.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be at 8th level that you could do both claws.
Yeah.
And my main
well, it
weapon
has
is
to be
make
something
bombs,
that you can
so
get an
that's-
enhancement bonus on,
Yeah.
like a.
Yeah, like this would be like an amulet of natural weapons.
Did you actually manage to pull the little plastic thing off the toy, you silly cat?
Meow.
I will say the Queen does tell you to enjoy your day's rest, but don't get too relaxed. As soon as we have an opportunity and a plan, we will look to act upon it as quickly as possible.
Would it make well? I guess it would. Guiding would tell her about the Spear of Turves. It is just a legend, but it might be one worth picking up, tracking down.
I intend to be looking into that a little bit.
She states basically that would be something for the archives. At this point in time, her main concern is the gem knoll,
Oh yes,
rather than running off to deal with any legends.
I now have a strength bonus. Woo!
I now have the ability to cast Cure Moderate Wounds from that scroll that he learned a long ass time ago.
Oh dear. Well, that certainly was entertaining.
Oh dear, yes.
Mystic Prancer.
But no, you guys did well.
Alright. I
Well,
now
well-
have a grand total of 16 HP.
Okay. Or it doesn't give me anything at level 4.
The last group who did this only just barely got free, and that was trying to get blood from a stone. They weren't very good role players, and this was a very role play heavy.
It was a very role play heavy thing.
Go ahead and
No,
say
I think part of the-
bye, stream.
Bye.
Yeah,